Alright, hi everyone! Let's go ahead and... Hey! We got Radical, Davy, Sparks, Rainbow Boy, Philip. Welcome everyone! Lady, hi! Yeah, okay, so like, again, normally when an announcement trailer would drop right as I'm about to stream, I would play it, but I know we have a lot to get through to today, to get to that BDA, so, yeah, so I just saw that, Danganronpa SOS is going to be, this fall. So, yeah, a lot. A lot of fan gans and killing games, and games are updating. This is a lot. Ice, hi! That's future use problem. Ending this month with a bang, right? It's like, oh, July's done. You know what else is done? Probably Alora. I just feel Alora and Lyra and Zeke. One of those three is gonna die this month. Or, yeah, I guess this month. Is gonna die today. As a new car? Oh, okay, dang. Fancy. You have a big hunch it's gonna be Zeke? Yeah. I feel, God, it sounds really rude. I feel he's played his part and it's kinda done now. Like, oh, he got this character growth? Well, that's a red flag. Everyone knows character growth means, you're gonna die. But it's his birthday tomorrow? Okay, well... He's so dead then. If it's his birthday tomorrow. You got into replaying Falsifier's Champion? Nice. Right before stream I was playing Cookie Run Crumble because I just put a new game out. And I'm like, must do dailies before stream. You become too OP. Nice. So, neat, yep. Other than food, you kind of hope it's Shinku. See, Shinku had... Okay, for Shinku's a protagonist. Shinku can have character growth without dying. And I feel Asuka hasn't had the character growth. So we would then be protagonistless. We will lack a protag. But you know, also, it could be Fu who dies because, what was I gonna say? Fu... With his truth being revealed last chapter, I feel like that was the hint of like, hey, he's not really on the traitor side. He's literally, I feel like he's still, I mean, he's not with us. But I feel like he's still a prisoner, technically. Because he hasn't been eating, he's only been drinking. And his secrets got revealed, and I don't know. I feel like some shenanigans are going on over there. You're playing Among Us with your Discord friends? You're the world's smartest imposter, then you're the dumbest imposter. Yeah, that's how that goes. There's no way Fu's the master. Oh, there's no way. He too... No, I mean, I would say he too drunk and sad, but that's not really stopped anyone, right? So, yeah. So last time we left off... Oh, hold on one second. There we go. Yes, we just had the truth all revealed and stuff like that. No, this light's way too bright. There we go. Yeah, so everyone disbanded from the meeting, leaving just me and Asuka alone in the canteen. Most of the... Wait, oh yeah, let me check the sound real quick, because I had to change it for the spare time video. I think I can bump me up a little bit and it down a little bit. There we go. Most of the food that could be canned or jarred had been already. Even if it wasn't the most ideal to live off of canned goods, it was better than nothing. But it was clear our consumption of food far outweighed our production of it, even with the rationing in place. But more worrying than our food situation was Asuka, who seemed to be weirdly on edge, probably from being called out by Lyra, of all people. Imagine if Lyra's like, hey, your morality's really off right now. I'd be like, oh geez, okay, it really must be. Alicia, hi! Oh, we just started, you're good. There's so many things preserved. I don't know if half this stuff is even going to taste good being pickled or jarred like this. I loved pickled things, so I'm like, I'm good. It's edible, and I think that's the only thing that'll matter to her. Hey, Vicky's father! Hi! Happy birthday to Zeke in the future. In your future in the UK. Yeah, he definitely totally so not dead. Some things just aren't meant to last forever. They weren't designed for it. Tell that to her. I think she'd jar humans if she could. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I was like, she's still preserving food, regardless if it tastes good or not. It's basically the don't die situation. I don't think it was very fair to make... Okay, but... Yeah. I don't think it was very fair to make the decision to end Taka's life without thinking about what he wanted. But I guess we're pretty picky and choosy about who we decide to treat fairly, huh? I felt a lot of tension coming from Asuka. It did put me a little bit on edge, admittedly. Anyway. I think that's the last of the cans. We should move on to seeing what we can do with the flower. You remember Rip sharing the interaction at a character months before this? Oh, really? Jeez. I can't get my head around these meal plans. There's almost no protein in them. We're gonna feel tired all day. Huh? That's weird. She wrote down the ingredients for a cake today and crossed it out. I'm not one to rain on anyone's parade, but I don't know if a cake is the best use of our resources right now. It's not like it's any special kind of day, it's just, yeah, also we agreed. Antebellum lockdown, no cakes. We refuse the cakes. March 3rd? Asuka seemed to pause, a realization spreading across their face. It would have been Taka's birthday. Well, damn. Asuka? Oh! Is everything okay? No. No, it's not. Asuka paused for a moment and looked to the side. Do you think Alora meant it? Meant what? That she was willing to exert force if it meant to keep us safe. His birthday's ever— yeah, it's like, is anyone chat? Is it your birthday? I mean, her threats with Zeke when it came to Lyra's dosages seemed pretty empty. But she still punished you and Zeke for not doing your task. She took away your food. If you ask me, Shinku, it feels like she's letting more and more of this get to her head. It wouldn't surprise me if she used those handcuffs or locked off some rooms or just did something drastic soon. You really think so? Don't give me that. I know you talked to her. Your birthday is coming up? Well, happy pre-birthday. You'll throw your birthday in the pile with the others, like everyone's birthday. You get a cake and you get it. Oh, no cake, actually. A pie? Would you accept a key lime pie? There was something different about how you looked at her today. Plus, you walked in with her. Not from the direction of the cells or anything, but from the bottom entrance to the canteen. Good dog, hi. Meaning, you two were on the west side of the prison together. What were you guys doing there that early in the morning? It can't have been the washing. That room has been locked off. We were just in the medicine stores for a bit. She was asking me about some things. I really just think she's stressed out by everything. I hope she's better than letting this get to her head, or well, even if she does, at least she's got good intentions behind it. She clearly just wants to keep us all alive. She wants us to be safe. But her idea of safe is restricted. Who's she to decide her way is the best way? She said she'd keep all of her input in mind, but at the end of the day, she's making all the decisions by herself. Nothing we say does anything. She's just deciding what's best for us, just like she did for... But you're doing the exact same thing, Asuka. I'm not. You are. You're just assuming Alora is out to get us. You're positioning yourself as someone who inevitably knows what's better for us. You're trying to decide for us, for all of us, what we should think about Alora. And you're ostracizing anyone who doesn't agree with you. Why shouldn't you be apprehensive about her? You've seen what she's done. The thing is, like, I really do get both of these people. I'm like, I love Taka. I hold grudges. I'm upset. But I also understand, hey, Laura's... I get it. We can't replace a potential dictatorship with a dictatorship, regardless of how happy and smiles it is. If her past decisions involved deciding Taka was better off dead, then how are we meant to believe her idea of keeping us all safe is really going to keep us alive? Because it's clear she regrets what she did to Taka. She wants to move past it. Okay, not the right word, Shinku. I want to move past the murder I did. Like, If she regretted it so much, she'd remove the stupid thing from her ear that she chose over him in the first place. But in the end, being comfortable is more important to her than actually taking accountability. You're the same, you know. You'd rather have the comfort of the familiar, of just following what she wants instead of stepping up and making those decisions yourself. No wonder you're so quick to side with her over me. Uh-oh. Asuka, my darling. What? I was the one who spoke out for you with your truths. I told people to be reasonable and patient with you. I'm trying to help you here, Shinku. I don't know why you're taking her side constantly. Okay, but you realize holding that over me is not good either, Asuka, right? When we know the truths have been skewed to make us look bad. I'm not taking sides here. I'm just trying to... Asuka's like, only one person can be the ringleader in this clown car of some characters here. And it's like, wait, what? I don't care what you're trying to do. I just don't want you stopping us if... Or no. When we need to act against her. If you hesitate for so long, if you stay on that fence, you're just going to get someone seriously hurt or killed again. Is that what you want? Do you want someone to die? She goes like, I'm gonna go take a nap, okay? like what time is it? I'm gonna go sleep. Forget this. Y'all are on your own. You let them... I'm running out of characters to love, okay? You let them down over and over and over again. This is your one chance to get it right this time. This is so manipulative. Like, I love this. This is amazing. I love seeing this takeover. But like, dang. If you hesitate, if you ignore the warning signs, if you're not vigilant, if you just follow your biases again, then I'll never forgive you. And I'm what, your last friend here? Because Ismane's not your friend. Zeke's not your friend. After how with Lyra, I don't know if Lyra's really your friend. Everyone's getting growth and Asuka's like, wait, no, come back, you're growing the wrong way. Even if you step in and try to make things right when it's too late, try to rectify things however you can. I won't forgive you. I'll never forgive you. 'Cause it'll be your fault that things got bad in the first place. It'll be all your fault. Yeah, I would be like, Ashinko would be like, am I hallucinating again? What? Why is my brain speaking out loud from another person? Hey, wait, Asuka. I don't think this is about... Asuka just looked at me for a moment, staring intensely before looking away. Let's just make this stupid dough. Uh-huh, yeah, sounds great. Flour and water, yeah? Add some yeast, and that's basically the gist of it. You should probably add those tears that you have are falling out of your face right now. Shame we don't have any more flour. You guys had a lot of wheat. Is this really all the flour that came out of it? Okay, Asuka's scaring me a little bit. Yeah? It's a little bit, like a lot. It's a little crazy how little you get out of it compared to how big it starts out. Asuka measured out the flour and grabbed a jug to measure out the water, the two of us working in relative silence. I got the impression Asuka had something else they wanted to say, but was just trying to find the right moment. And wasn't Asuka like the person you guys want me to do an FTE with next? I don't think they're talking to me. I mean, I'm gonna try. I just don't see it going very well. I hated the feeling of anxious anticipation that filled in the air as they began to knead the dough. But when they finally opened their mouth again, I wanted nothing more than to crawl back into the anxiousness and uncertainty of the seconds prior. Sorry about your sister. Sucks. I don't know what the circumstances were, or what you did, or how much your actions were twisted on the truth. I still be able to? Okay, cool. But I hope, if nothing else, you're able to learn from it. God! Okay, so Asuka's a therapist. No. It just feels wronging to grow and move and change while she's now stuck in time forever. Yeah, I get that. It's different, but I used to feel very guilty about leaving my brother behind. I should have done more to get him out of that situation as well. I should have gone back to get him. I thought I had nowhere to complain about how he treated me after I left him behind. But deep down, I think I always hated how he treated me. I don't think I ever forgave him for it. Okay, so, Asuka. We're learning what your crime truly is. And it is, I was like, it is pettiness. It is grudges and pettiness, which again, I understand, but dang. I'd spent years just having to suck it up and be the bigger person. Whenever you did something cruel or mean, just because I was a year older, I had to act like nothing was wrong. When I made my new world, when I made somewhere I could finally be happy, where I could have the family I thought I'd always wanted, I guess I was scared that if I went back to get him, he'd mess it up. Or he'd hate me so much he wouldn't want to come with me. I couldn't stand the idea of someone thinking that they were better off staying in that sort of situation than staying at my circus. I had to have created something better. Oh, wait, was it actually kidnapping? Were you not letting people leave? And I didn't want to risk that rejection. Uh-oh. So I told myself to just move past it, move past him, and do things better in the future. And did it get rid of the feeling? Did you ever stop feeling guilty? Maybe. I like to think I did. But in the end, I just ended up feeling more guilty that I was able to be living so well compared to him. I felt selfish. Life moves on, so you gotta move with it. New people depend on you and need you, and you have to be sure not to let them down. But if you go forward without looking back at all, you'll just be repeating the same mistakes, won't you? Like you're doing right now? You're one to talk about that. Immediate deflection. Damn. And so are you. We finished off the dough and left it to prove. In the time we had left before we all reconvened, we helped prepare the small ration lunch Alora had planned for us to have today. They could leave or in a situation where they had to stay because, yeah, because again, Asuka was bragging about how, like, oh man, school's dumb, everyone. I'm terrible at schoolwork. And if, like, your quote-unquote leader is saying, like, hey, don't do good in school, kids, it's lame. Like, and young impressionable people who see Asuka as like, hey, this person's my savior, they protected me. I should do what they do and copy them and emulate them and stuff like that. Like, they're not getting education, so they can't do things out of that. They don't have identification, really. Or if they do have identification, no, they don't, because they ran away, so they probably didn't. They were kids, so they probably couldn't be like, oh, I'll grab my, licenses and social security things and birth certificates and stuff like that. So yeah, they're off the grid with no education and no way to really assimilate back to society without potentially putting themselves back in whatever danger they ran away from. So yeah, kind of stuck. They're both hypocrites. They're both hypocrites. Everyone in the prison is, yeah. The bread wasn't gonna be ready to bake for a while, but I was sure we could have it at dinner. I was a little concerned with how much energy Asuka had to need it. It felt like I did very little work in the grand scheme of things. Kind of raising them in a cult? Kinda, yeah. Not maliciously, knowingly either, just Again, assuming that they knew best. But it felt like everyone was a little apprehensive to challenge Asuka these days. Especially with how snippy and short-tempered the lack of food was making everyone. Hey, my save point! It's here! Ah, it's loud. Good work today. As far as I'm aware, everyone stayed on track and didn't stray from their tasks. Let's keep this sort of work ethic and cooperation going for the foreseeable future. I'd really rather not use force or exert my warden privileges, unless completely and entirely necessary. Dude, you're the one who keeps bringing it up to get us to stay in line. Considering the rising tensions among the group, I view it as necessary to keep order. Yeah, whatever you tell yourself is necessary. Either way, those stains didn't stand a chance against me and lie. We scrubbed that shit faster than the government doing a cover-up. Clean. I love when they put both of their sunglasses on. Clean the whole showers too. So we're basically the most productive people in the prison. Oh, no need to thank us. Jade, help me. Hi. Isn't there a janitor who's meant to do that? Or the janitor's kind of just beating us up all the time, so not really. They've got the same ones. Are they just like throwing it back and forth to each other? Well, all the cleaning supplies are hardly touched, so who knows what the fuck he's doing. Probably just complain that no one wants to sleep with him, knowing what he's like. Ew. Gross. You really did have to join us for lunch. Clearly not even doing the bare minimum. Don't mention it. I like to keep in touch with my prisoners. No, really. We don't particularly want you here. Either way, I'm starving. Asu, you finished that bread yet? Still gonna take a bit to prove, but it'll be ready for dinner. We managed to get everything else jarred, though. Excellent. Me and Cersei will tend to the crops. They seem to be doing well. I'm hoping we'll have something to harvest by the time we've eaten through our remaining supplies. Don't know what we'll do if we don't. You know, frogs are... Don't you dare, Fu. Don't you dare. Frogs are a delicacy in France. I'd start breeding them if I was you, Bowhead. We're not eating the frogs. No way. Wouldn't be the worst thing you've done by any means, would it? I mean, even putting your main crime aside, kidnapping isn't exactly the most moral thing to do, no matter how you frame it. That's enough. It's best for everyone that we don't discuss the truth unless absolutely necessary. Let's try to end this meeting on a high note. I believe everyone has earned some time to themselves. Take it easy this afternoon and we can reconvene once more for the dinner. And by alone time, you mean a free time event. Yeah? I gotta go bother someone. I will, however, be on patrol in case someone has a lapse in judgment, and believes that starting pointless conflict over the truce is in any way productive at this current time. I really don't think that's necessary, Laura. I'm not willing to take any risks at this stage, especially with pre-existing tensions between some of you. Hate to agree with her, but all it takes at this stage is one to hear the other breathing for shit to start between Zeke and Iz. Not my fault she keeps saying stupid shit. It's a wonder someone hasn't gotten sick of her shit already and killed her. Oh, please. If Ezekiel hasn't had the guts to kill me by now, he's not going to. It doesn't matter what I have to say about his, well, let's be polite and say history of attachment issues. Want to test that, Diamond Mines? Damn. Damn. Though I feel Blood Money would have been a better nickname, Ezekiel. Well, at least... Fight music? Casualty chaser? Well, at least that's out of my control. As far as I'm concerned, feeling that way about matching horrific injuries is all on you. The Zeke music. Aw, shut the hell up. You don't want to speak about attachment issues considering all that shit with your fiancé and your weird fucking nymph fantasies, sick perv. Oh, well, forgive me that mine aren't as biblical as yours. But considering the subject matter, they're rather far from holy, are they not? The hell are you implying? They're both going to call each other gay and just be absolutely right, yet not realizing it. I think your preferences are more than yeah, basically. Sorry, they're just gonna fancily call on the set. I think your preferences are more than clear, Elias. It's a closet fight. Well, isn't this just a fine example of textbook projection, huh? You're one to talk, you. I have half a mind to believe that being sent to an all-boys boarding school was the best thing that ever happened to you. Oh my goodness. I was like, and none of us are stopping it. We're all just letting this happen. Oh god. Before Ismene could speak any further, Ezekiel practically launched at her, grabbing her hair and tugging her towards him. Ow, hey! You bitch! You want to see what happens if you keep running your mouth? Think you can tell me something I don't already know? Ginger on... I mean, it is technically ginger on ginger fight. Technically. Zeke, stop it. This is what they want. Come on. I don't give a shit at this stage. If someone as pathetic as me dies, I'll take you with me if I have to. I got the guts for it. Don't test me. Zeke, what the fuck are you doing? Get off of her. You're better than this shit. You're not better than this shit. But you should try to be. Make me. Nuh-uh, you. I'm no better than anyone here. And if this doesn't prove it, I don't know what will. Isn't that shit enough for you, huh? See, well, no, see, this is a development. He realizes he's not better than us, and therefore we'll start fights. So we made progress-ish, and it, like, went a zigzaggy way. Get off of me at once. Christ! I'm sorry, what has gotten into you? Make me fight back! Why the hell aren't you doing anything, Isabel? Slap me, come on, choke me, go. Okay, god damn it. Why are you only being the bigger person now? Do something. Progress in Zeke type of way, yeah. What on earth are you on about? Ezekiel, back off. I'm sorry, alright? For goodness sake. Both of us deserve to go. Oh, wait. Oh no. Wait. I think this is just internalized homophobia coming up. The whole, what he got cut off right here, saying both of us deserve to go. He's saying because they're both, I'm just gonna generalize and say queer. You know, the whole like, oh, you know, going to hell situation. So he's really, yeah. Come on, let's show him just kind of fucked up excuses for people that are benefiting from this shit-ass system. Show him how screwed up we are. Don't act. You don't think it's that? Oh, okay. This is just a criminal thing? Don't act like you're fucking reasonable now of all times. Don't piss me off. You're not allowed to be. Neither of us are. Not after everything. If I can't grow, neither can you. Oh, now that's a sorry excuse if I've ever heard one. Ezekiel, let's not be ridiculous here. We're both bad people, but there's no reason we cannot change. The whole system is rotten to the core. The only way to change it is removing every rusty fucking cog, starting with us. Or you can clean the cogs. Also, man, remember Shinku saying like, oh, I'm not gonna stand the sidelines anymore? You sure are standing in the sidelines really, a lot right now. Zeke moved his hand to take further action against Ismene. But before he could, Alora quickly grabbed his arm and shoved the handcuffs on him. Uh-oh. Oh no. Asuka's gonna be so mad. Oh no. Ugh! Elias, that is more than enough. Do not make me sedate you. Oh, now the veil's off, huh? Have you controlling us as long as you're not the worst here? Huh, I knew it. You're speaking nonsense. I'm going to detain you in your cell for a few hours until dinner, until you've calmed down. Calm down? Did you hear the shit she was saying? Did you see how you were acting? What you were saying? You are really only You are really only working to prove my point here. It's safer to keep on the lookout and save any potential discussions about the truce for regulated group meetings where everyone is present. Is that reasonable? No one stepped up to say no, but no one seemed particularly happy about this either. There wasn't an easy feeling amongst the group, but we were mostly just shocked about Ezekiel's outburst. No popcorn, he can't eat food. That is just alcohol. Good, I'll see you at dinner. Elias, you're coming with me. We all slowly made our way out of the canteen under the watchful eye of Alora. There was a certain distance about her, now that I couldn't quite describe. Either way, it was best to keep myself busy to distract myself from the hunger. I didn't want to particularly dwell on the current situation. I was concerned for Alora, but I wasn't certain how much she was willing to hear from me at this stage. And I was similarly concerned with Ismene. Even if we weren't talking, I was worried that she'd gotten hurt. But despite her continuing her usual pettiness with Ezekiel, I was a little surprised at how resistant she was to what he was saying. It really made me wonder how she'd been doing. Freaky chat? No. I knew I couldn't know for sure, but I hope she was doing well. Alora handcuffed me next. Freaky chat being freaky. Knew I could rely on you. What on earth are you doing here, Chatel? What? A girl's not allowed to read now? Wow. That's not what I'm saying. Never mind. You, feeling better from earlier? Yes. It was a bit of a shock, admittedly, but I think I perhaps crossed a few lines myself. I think the hunger is starting to get to me. I'm sure it's gotten to him, too. So I'll try to hold it against him. It's not an ideal situation for anyone here. I really should stop throwing stones in glass houses. I hope Ezekiel has calmed down himself. I should not have provoked him as I did. He clearly isn't well. Surprise Lyra point of view, yay. I think we all should. A lot of us are a lot more similar than we realize, if you ask me. Yeah. Lyra is very observant. It's horrible to admit it, but perhaps that's why he gets under my skin so much. He does remind me terribly of some of the worst parts of me. But I think he's wrong. It's not like we can't change, can we? I think he's worried he doesn't have the patience for it. You know, for 1 second, Lyra? Yep. Shanky's is still thinking like, should I do something? And she's still standing in the canteen. Regardless, it's in the past now. I believe we both have bigger things to worry about. If you say so. Hey, so, what you reading? Is that... Dude, why are you, of all people, reading an anti-ultimate book? I suppose I just wanted to see another perspective. There's some pretty good arguments in them, but, you know, not much point. This whole thing is gonna make people see those involved in the movement as less human than they already did. Why did you do it? Huh? Take your talents. I mean, like, it sounds selfish, but it was just easiest. I was tired at that point. I wanted something good. Maybe if I was stronger, perfect, a better human, I would have stayed true to what I believed and would have just rejected it and stood strong. But life isn't really like that in the end. No, I think you were perfectly human. Listen, I cannot begin to know what you've been through, how you've suffered. My life has been entirely different, but if your truths are an indication of anything, all I can say for certain is that I don't think you deserved a life like that. I believe, all things considered, you did the best you could. Seeing everything you went through, everything I've struggled with, seems pretty silly in comparison. Nah, if you struggled with it, if it impacted you, I think it's still pretty damn important. It's weird, really, because those things in my truths, I never really thought about them too hard. For me, that was just life. Not something I struggled too much with in the movement. Like, I know they should have impacted me a lot more, but it's like, it was just how it was. No one else seemed to care that much, so I thought I shouldn't either. No one wasn't concerned? no one was concerned. That's impossible. When I got pregnant, it was just like, I don't know, mildly inconvenient for the guy I was with. I told him, and it wasn't really like a choice or anything. He just presumed I'd get an abortion. Which, like, yeah, I was going to, don't get me wrong. But to him, it was like getting a tooth removed or getting a haircut. He just told me to go to the clinic, and I did, and when I got home afterwards, we just didn't talk about it. Okay, like, but still just ignoring that's not like, that's not like getting a haircut. That's a bit more involved than just getting a haircut. So the fact that she didn't even get to, like, talk about it, like, I felt crazy at the time because he just seemed to completely forget about it. Life just continued on for him. But even if I was never intending on having that kid, I still felt emotional and shit over it all. To me, it was a big deal. I sort of hoped it would be a wake-up call. That he'd be more careful or, I don't know, be nicer to me or some shit. I wanted him to tell me I was being careless and irresponsible or just, I don't know, feel like I was right in any way to feel emotional about it at all. Like I wasn't just being stupid overreacting. But none of that happened. Christ. I know, right? She seemed pretty young too. Yeah, that's right. She was also like, yeah, because I remember the way it was phrased. It was with an older man or something like that, they said. The amount of therapy I wanna tell people. Today I should get to the BDA? Okay. And that's why when he was overdosing, part of was like, yeah. I did know this part. I did call this part, saying that it was probably that dude. I guess that's why when he was overdosing, part of it was like, yeah, shit, I don't want to get arrested. But also, I don't know. I guess it felt a little vindicating to be as apathetic as I did. Oh my god, that's crazy. That makes me sound insane, doesn't it? No, I totally called it and said like, yeah, if that's the case, it's totally fine. Maybe I'm insane too, but that sounds shockingly reasonable to me. Come on, you don't gotta lie to me. Well, I can at least see where you're coming from, if nothing else. I guess in the moment, none of my struggles really felt like them. It was just how I was living. It's only really now I can look back at them and think, wow, that was kind of messed up, huh? Kinda. Okay, maybe a little more than kinda. It's just sort of hard to grapple with because, you know, it's how I lived for so long. For what it's worth, Lyra, I am sorry. I should not have treated you the way I did, believing I knew what was best for you. That you were just blind to it all. Even if I did, I realize now that forcing you to change wouldn't have done you much good at all. That strength has to come from within. I forgive you, it's alright. You're not the first and you won't be the last, I'm sure. But I want to do better. Living in such ignorance will only keep me pushing away others. Nothing will change if I don't. If I stay like this, I'll become the sort of person who pushes down others just to feel better about themselves. I'll be just like that, just like my professor. I couldn't bear to live with myself if I was like that. And I want you to have better than that, if nothing else. You deserve it after everything you've been through. Then, I hope you find that strength yourself. I know you will. You're the type who doesn't stop until something goes your way. For better or for worse. I hope you find it too. Whatever it is for you. Aww. Aww. And then and then here's Shonky, like, hey, what's going on? After a while of hunkering down in my room, I started to get restless. I knew the group meeting tonight would be stressful. There was something else I really didn't want to think too hard about currently. So I stayed in my room and did not do anything tonight. I should go to distract myself. Free time event! Which, save the game. Alright, I saw the winner. Oh, Amelia first and then Asuka. Amelia! What the hell do you want? Friendship! Amelia looked at me for a moment. There's a strange look of apprehension on their face. And there's a favor event? Okay. And Laura sent the event. Oh, okay. Cool, we'll do that. We stood in silence for a moment before she eventually mumbled something between greeted teeth that I couldn't quite hear. Excuse me? Did you say something? Ugh. Did you not hear me the first time? Sorry, I must have missed it. Ugh, never mind then. Well, what was it? Doesn't matter. Wasn't important. Move on. You sure? Positive. Absolutely fucking peachy. Well, now I'm worrying. Now I'm worried. God, you always make such a big deal out of stupid little things that don't mean anything. This is why no one can stand your sorry ass. Zeke's in jail, so we can't talk to him. You're right, Zeke is in jail. I just want to know what you said. I don't know why you're getting so defensive. Maybe we get a phone. Like, Zeke, talk to me with his phone. I want a free time event. I just want to know what you said. I don't know why you're getting so defensive. I'm not getting defensive. But yes, because you can raise handcuffs non-defensively? Yeah, it's an offense. In response to what? You're being fucking weird about this. So it's a defense. Yeah, what the fuck else would it be? A peace offering? So one could say you are being defensive. Oh my god, Shinku. Okay, I wasn't going that far, but oh my god, Shinku. Whoa, where did that come from? What could you possibly have said that's making you this defensive? Oh god, fine. I asked you how you were doing, okay? Happy? I'm doing alright, actually. Good to hear it, I guess. This motive is a lot. I'm getting a bit worried for you all. What? Why is she shouting it too? Like, I'm pretty sure Zeke can hear that all the way from jail. He's like, what? Shonky, what on earth are you doing? Oh, Sam. Excuse me? Shut up, go away. Just forget about all of this. I don't care. Go fuck off and die. Alright, I'm going. Jeez, calm down. Hope you fall and die on your way out. Right now, the only thing I want to hear is ding dong bing bong. Looks like a little bitch is finally keeled over because he didn't have a spine to hold it up. Amelia. It's amazing. Okay, don't say it again. I'm leaving. Good, get out. Because I don't want to see your stupid hypocritical face right now. But let me know if you get hungry again. I might have a few bits left. Or don't. I don't care. Whatever. Alright, have a good day too, Amelia. Bye. Die. I can't wrap my head around her. Well, that was a fun, productive conversation. Hey, Laura, you didn't hear any of that, right? Right? Fine. Everyone seems to be having some alone time, and Ezekiel stopped battering on his door, so I'm taking a second to rest. What? Hey, Laura, does that not strike you as concerning? Oh, no. Are we gonna have a locked room mystery? Is he gonna die in jail? And we're like, oh, how did he die? He was handcuffed and couldn't do anything himself, and Laura was standing guard the whole time. Ultimate Sindana. I just hope they won't take advantage of this brief period to make any further foolish decisions. Unless Zeke was in jail the whole time and that's his alibi. I'm sure everyone will be fine if we leave them to their own devices for an hour or two. Best to be safe than sorry. I think you'll be the one who will end up sorry if you keep pushing yourself like this. All you're doing is further isolating yourself. No wonder you can't get rid of that earpiece. It's the only thing you have right now that you feel you can talk to. Even if I wish to talk to anyone else, I hardly think the feeling would be mutual, and yet here I am, Alora, talking to you all the goddamn time. Well, if you like, I'm here, talking to you all the goddamn time. Do not jeopardize your own safety like that, Kutsuki. You're already isolated enough as it is. Tell me, do you have any friends left? Where are they? Can you point to them? Well, even if everyone else hates me, I won't be entirely lonely. I got... Was it Woman the Frog? Why do I keep forgetting the frog's name? Right, it's Man the Fish and Woman the Frog, right? I got Woman the Frog. Woman the Frog doesn't hate me. Well, even if the others hate me, I won't be entirely lonely. And if that happens, we can just be isolated together. Ha 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 ha. You really do have your moments, Kutsuki. Alora, you're gonna survive. For what it's worth, if you did break my trust a little, I still appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being so patient with me. You think the other frogs have names too? We have more than one frog friend? Yay. At least, it's the least I can do, really. Is Alora Shinku's third wife? She's so dead. Right? Alora's like, wait, no. Shanky, don't you dare. I don't want this. It's more than I deserve after everything. But if you're genuine about wanting to spend time together, if you'd like, please do excuse me if this is presumptuous. But perhaps we could hold a small funeral service together for both our sisters. Oh. Oh, okay. I assumed you haven't exactly been given sufficient enough time to make peace with it. Quite frankly, when I heard my sister died, I really didn't feel like I had the time to react or really process it. At that time, there was work to be done. I just had to continue with my life. Human the Rock. But it might be good to finally sit down and at least mourn her. Oh. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Oh, my condolences. I didn't know your sister had also passed. My condolences to you as well, Kutsuki. Especially with how fresh it is. I thought you perhaps would appreciate judgment-free space to discuss your feelings about it. I really, truly am not in any position to judge you yourself, after all. That sounds a little heavy. Well, the offer is open. If you're interested, come meet me in the Faith Room later. Okay. Dog the Frog? Wait, not boy, it's dog? Boy's a guppy? We had Dog the Frog? Stay safe, Shinku. Okay, so we go to the Faith Room. Which I totally know is down this... No. I definitely know where that room is. This way. It's this way. Yeah, Faith Room is by the gardens. Which means I gotta go down here to get to the gardens. Haha! Ha 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 ha! The carrots neatly and carefully poke their heads in the ground. Raw bread. You mean wheat? Wheat shinku! Delectable lettuce. Who calls that bread? Raw bread. It's so weird. We read everything else there, right? Yeah. Past bread. Potential bread. My favorite. I was a little apprehensive about accepting Alora's offer and holding the funeral service with her. Partly because I was a bit worried about what the others would think if I spent too much time with her. And partly because, even now, I really want to do everything I possibly could to avoid thinking about what happened to Akari. Is Shinku okay? Not particularly. It felt strange I'd never see her again. Maybe that's why I tried to hide away from every reminder of it. I just wanted things to be normal. I want simplicity of my life before everything happened. But life doesn't work like that. And I knew I'd have to face it eventually. So I sat quietly in the Faith Room, waiting for Alora to arrive. I closed my eyes and melted into a soft serenity of the cool room, drifting into my own thoughts. Only snapping back into focus when I heard a voice behind me. You came. She seemed oddly surprised. I mean, yeah, of course. I thought it'd be good for both of us. I see. Alora quietly approached me and sat down next to me. Cam! Hi! The two of us sat in silence, introspecting side by side, as we looked at the altar in front of us. I was not religious by any means, but perhaps I felt I needed to repent somehow. But I had no idea what she was feeling as she stared alongside me. Wait, I love this art. I really like this art. Eventually, our quiet contemplation was broken by her opening her mouth to speak.
You know, it's a little funny.
Yeah, I was like, I need to go look up the artist after this.
I've never been good with loss, even when I knew it was coming. But with Esther, with my sister, it didn't even really feel like I lost anything. I know it sounds terrible, but it always felt like an inevitability. When my parents informed me she was gone, I didn't even really question what they meant. They didn't make a big fuss about it, so I thought if I did, then I'd be being ridiculous. I thought moving on and not letting those things bother you was just part of being an adult.
No, not in the slightest.
Perhaps that's why I was so ashamed that in every other instance where I did lose someone that I couldn't deal with it. Sensible adults were meant to deal with it well.
So Alora's...
Perhaps that's why I was so ashamed that in every other So I did.
So she's never...
I was so
she's never
ashamed
learned how
of
to
how I
cope with
felt.
loss
I
at
decided
all.
to cope in any way I could, really. Anything to keep me
Deltai
moving.
makes a lot of Taka fan art on this. Well, clearly I found a new artist I need to go find.
Guess it's easier just to pretend nothing has changed at all. It's very easy to want to stay in the past. I think I never realized just how bad things had gotten between me and Akari because I was so focused on the past. I used to practically be her hero. I just assumed no matter what phase she was going through, she could never hate me. And my parents just assumed when she was having a meltdown or something, it was just her being difficult. It was always something with Akari. So after a while, I just started tuning it out a bit. It became an everyday thing. I guess I just kind of thought my parents were right about her, and somewhere along the line I became complicit in it.
That's understandable. You're meant to listen to your parents, after all. They're meant to guide you through life. Was she a bit of a troublemaker?
That's an understatement.
Laura Don't Die, top 3.
She never really did all that well in school. It never really clicked with her. She never found anything that she thought was worth devoting all her time to. If she wasn't good at something instantly, she gave up on it pretty instantly. And because of that, she got involved with some pretty bad kids her age, and that spiraled into her getting involved with the anti-ultimate movement. And it's kind of hard to really parrot anything that movement was saying when you're actively benefiting from it. I think she started to resent herself and all of us, and that caused a lot of fights.
Esther was a bit like that, always causing issues. Presumably for attention. I wouldn't know. I didn't give her much. But even so, she had all the resources to become just like me. If she just had the drive, she'd have been able to reach a similar level of achievement to me. She could have had my life if she so wished. But she didn't want it. That always confused me.
Your life seems scary as all heck, Alora. Like, no thank you. If I was like, hey, do you want Alora's life? I'm like, oh, no. Not in the slightest.
Assuredly, my life was meant to be close to perfect. Many people would do anything to be in my position. And yet she rejected that. In her eyes, even dying was more freeing and ideal than what would conventionally be considered good.
It's not just parent favoritism either. Like, yeah, there's a big issue in a lot of these characters' developments and like the moralities that they've grown into, but it's also the way that the world works in this universe of just like the ultimates are the best, you know? And so when you're, again, a sibling or even just anyone near someone like that, and the world says constantly saying, you're not good enough, you'll never be this person, especially when it's like your relative, or your sibling of any kind. Like, that puts on... It puts too high of a bar that people aren't going to want to try to... Some people may try, you know, some people may be competitive enough, but a lot of people are going to be like, if that's the bar I have to reach, there's no point in attempting that, which is why you have a lot of people acting out. And then eventually the anti-ultimate movement.
Even if I can hardly recall what she was like. Even when my only clear memory of her is of a scruffy, white-haired child, covered in dirt, digging out silkworms from their enclosures and trying to bring them to show me. While thoughts of what she was like before it all happened never really crossed my mind, I can never stop thinking about that decision she made. That, despite how much freedom she was given, she somehow believed running was more liberating, that dying was more freeing. I wonder a lot if she finally found happiness through that, or if she regretted it. Either way, I admit I occasionally find myself slightly jealous of her.
How so?
Jealous of the fact she was able to make such a definitive decision for herself, that despite everything, she made that decision entirely of her own volition, and had the drive to go through with it. No matter how it turned out, I will always admire and be slightly envious of that.
I'm glad they're both able to talk about this,
so... done what I was told because it was best. I thought if I saw how things ended for her, I'd know for certain that staying on the straight and narrow was indeed for the best. That I'd have my beliefs confirmed. But all I've really been able to glean from it, thinking back through my decisions from the last few weeks, is that I don't think there really is a solid universal best. Different things work for different people. What might be for the best for one person is detrimental to another.
The OST's nice. This is really nice. This is very calming.
I remember when she'd bring those silkworms to me. I was a little put off. I thought she ought not to interfere with what they were meant for in the lab. But she'd argue that domesticated silkworms, when they turn into moths, can never really fly. That they'd be stuck forever.
Wait, is that true? I didn't know that. I mean, I only recently learned how silk was made, and that terrified me a little bit. So I guess I never really looked up anything else about silkworms.
So she'd let them free to give them a chance to fly.
But if they'd lived their whole life in captivity until that point, it's unlikely they'd survive out in the wild long enough to turn into moths. She knew that.
Oh, is this a metaphor for Laura here?
But to her, that small chance that they would be able to fly.
Oh, the sister. Sorry, not Laura.
Risk of everything
Esther.
else,
Esther.
the risk of certain death was worth it. It was better than a safe existence of being stuck.
You two sound quite different.
Don't be mistaken. I'm happy with how my life ended up. I try not to dwell on what her life was like too much. At the end of the day, the only thing I really do not have a satisfying answer to is if she or I ended up happier.
It seems like a pretty simple question to me. I mean, you got everything you ever could have wanted.
Shinku, no.
Right. So it's curious I cannot seem to land on an answer to it, isn't it?
Okay. Like, but... Alora's had... no. Alora doesn't know of possibility...
I wondered a lot about that too. To me, my life was ideal. But to Akari, life was unbearable. I couldn't understand why she was so miserable. Why she didn't just try harder to be good, to focus on school. But I suppose it never crossed my mind if she was happier like that. I just assumed she was running away from happiness because it was too much effort. Either way, I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for yours, Kutsuki.
This is a really sweet scene. Shinku, only friends an earpiece. Yeah.
I don't think I'm the one who deserves a sorry in this situation.
Shinku, just take the sorry, okay? It's just politeness.
I just wish I'd said it before it was too late.
Alora paused, doing something very strange and moving her hand to mine, quietly interlacing her fingers between mine and squeezing it.
I think we all have things we wish we'd have said while we still had the chance. Though, you really should stop being so kind to me, Kutsuki. Everyone who attaches to me seems to die.
Same, Alora! We have that in common! Everyone we love died too!
Funny that. Same here.
Okay, so I guess if they're friends, it cancels out, right? You're curious how many people are on the same page about who Esther might be? See the theory revolving Esther? Is Esther not Esther? Oh wait, are we saying because Dad experimented on her, lived in hospitals before running away, that it's Amelia? I don't think Amelia and Esther are. Esther's the Easter Bunny. Maybe. I mean, I guess it could be, potentially, but I don't... I think we're just a situation of everyone's parents suck, and not necessarily. Hey, wait. Your sucky parents are my sucky parents. I mean, who knows? Who knows? We'll find out, I guess.
Maybe we're both bad luck charms.
If that's what you're at all saying.
So much time with me, in hopes of doubling your chances.
Amelia's hair is clearly dyed. She has a sunset for hair. Oh, you think it might be Lyra? Oh, okay. Huh.
Well, if that's the case, I won't allow it. I won't let anyone have to mourn you.
That's not it.
Then what is it?
I suppose I just didn't want you to feel alone.
Aww.
Is there really any way to stop such a feeling?
There's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Because they're pretty similar feature. Wait, really? Oh. Huh. And yeah, she did lie about her name, yeah. The two of us sat in silence for a little longer, occasionally exchanging a few words or thoughts. But admittedly, I wasn't as open as I felt I should be. Maybe I was still trying to run from what I've done. But on the other hand, as much as I want to be there for Alora, I couldn't let myself say too much. After all, it was not just a conversation between the two of us. As long as she had that earpiece in there, would be others who would be listening. I just hoped she'd take it out soon and instead focus on the people she did have left, instead of focusing on what she had lost. But maybe I was being too optimistic. She was a domesticated silk moth after all, raised and pruned in a glass enclosure all her life. It would take a miracle for her to be able to fly. Or maybe that's just what we told ourselves to give us the excuse not to try. Maybe we were just too scared of falling a few times in our attempts. Maybe we were the ones who were running. Aww. Hey Zeke, how you doing? Here to ruin this. Oh no, you look so sad like a kicked puppy. Oh, hey Zeke. Hey. Lie? What are you doing here? Pixels, hey, there's a lot more that was used for speculation for the sister theory. Because we trace back to the OG Antebellum? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Riley Callum might have lived in the same hometown as Alora in the past. Oh. Huh. Alora unlocked your cell. She thought it was best if I let you know. Let me do your handcuffs. Hold on. How are you doing? Oh. Oh, right, because Lyra point of view. Okay, I'm like, why is our text blue? I guess... Scared when things change, I'm like, why? What did change? What happened? What are we doing? Almost immediately after I uncuffed him, he wrapped his arms around me and hugged me. His whole body was shaking. Hey, it's alright, you're getting out of there. I hate her. I hate her so much. Locking me in here like that stupid hell school. Well, hey, you're getting out now. That's what counts. Just gotta make sure you don't get locked up again, alright? Also need someone to be their nurse, you know. Not much of a doctor without you. I think you two would be fine without me. Hey, don't say shit like that. It's true. My whole life's been fucking pointless. All I've done is make this shithole a worse place, and no one sees any kind of issue with it. If there's a god, he's the best fucking comedian out there. Because the biggest joke of it all is despite all reason, I'm somehow not dead yet. All of this is only going to end when people like me are dead. So what do we think? Foreshadowing? Or he's going to survive? Just throwing away your life isn't going to fix anything. That's stupid. You know that. I'm just a coward, Lie. don't want to live in a world like this. Especially when I can't do shit to fix it. I can only make it worse. You only get to rest in the shithole if you push others down. And even then it doesn't feel good. It just feels a bit better, I guess. Yeah, this world kind of sucks, huh? But you know, if it didn't suck, we wouldn't have anything to make fun of and laugh about. And share with others at the end of the day. Sure, the world can be shitty. But no matter how bad it gets, you can always end it on a high note. As long as you got people or things in your life that you love, things never really seem all that bad. I don't think I've ever really had anyone like that. At least no one who stuck around. What? Are me and Asu roaches or something? Huh? No, what? Exactly, you got us. So you can be all nihilistic and shit and think there's no way you can change or grow or whatever. Or you can pack your shit up, at least try to do better, and go watch a drive-in movie with me and Asu. Maybe get some shitty pancakes with us as we walk home from the club, drunk as shit. Hell, we can even just fuck around while sober, playground hopping at the dead of night or some shit. Sounds stupid. Boo. Sounds fun to me, you're just a buzzkill. Guess I'd like it. I'd like that sort of life, I'm scared of having all that and losing it. It would make things worse than it was before. Then become someone who won't lose it. Someone people won't leave. Someone better. I know you can. I've seen the best and worst of you. Okay, well this is gonna hurt him if he survives, right? Because he's so prepared to die right now and so willing to die. And just not to lose Lyra or Asuka. That if one of them does die either way in Deadly Life, he's destroyed. And possibly just gonna go die in the chapter after then. And behind all your bullshit, I think there's a lot of good. There's someone who deserves to make the best of a shitty world like this. And I'm not the only one who's seen that. I'm just not as good as getting the good parts of you to come out as he was. He really brought out the best in you. And I think if I let him, he would have brought out the best in me, too. But at the end of the day, even someone as screwed up as me can take those steps by myself. Try and be a bit better, bit by bit. Even if I'm just taking steps into a wasteland. Because at least I got people with me. You're gonna go offline now? Bye, Nami! And you don't want to lose out the stupid blue thing you hate in that department, do ya? So come on, let's get out of here. It's dinner time. There should be bread. Maybe. I'm not hungry. Bitch. Am I going to choo-choo train the food into your mouth? What? No, I'm not a 5-year-old. Jesus. You got the diet of one. And the narrow-minded, edgy worldview of a 12-year-old. Can you blame me for getting confused? Oh, shut up. You coming with? Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. Good. Because I'm gonna need someone to pay for those drunk pancakes and it's not gonna be me. You're such a cheapskate, Jesus. Oh, shut up. You know you love me. Something like that. I guess I do. Whatever. Guess that's the scariest part of it all, huh? Let's stop improving. Let's stop doing that, okay? Freaky chat knows. Freaky chat knows. Like, oh no. Character development. They're dead. They're dead. Everyone's dead. The evening came upon us before we knew it, bringing about a tension-filled dinner with fairly mediocre bread. I'm sure... I was like, all bread's good bread. And, I mean, okay, hold on. All bread minus rye bread is all good bread. I'm sure Asuka was a good cook. It just wasn't our flour was exactly up to scratch. Ezekiel was released and joined us. A lot more apprehensive than before. Him and Ismanim exchanged quiet apologies, but there was still clear tension between them. But long after, Alora had watched us all settle into ourselves, making sure we were all the correct ones for the night. We all snuck out one by one. And I too. We don't have to, you know. We can just go to bed. Even as I slightly dreaded it. Actually, we probably do want to see the drama. Even as I slightly dreaded it, made my way to Amelia's office for another one of our meetings. Goodness. I thought you were all a little paranoid before, but... she's steadily getting a bit more extreme, isn't she? Exactly. We can't keep letting her get away with this. If we let these little things slip, it's only a matter of time before she moves into bigger stuff. I don't care if she says the throat was empty. The fact she even talked about holding Lai's dose back until we complied proves she's been thinking about it, and that's fucked up enough for me. Not to mention, she detained me. Well, I mean, that was kind of deserved, yeah? I guess, but still. I don't think it was great he did it. Real uncalled for. But I think both of you would have been more reasonable if you weren't half starved. I can agree there, and I apologize for my part in it. Same. Aw, look, they said sorry. I just really fucking hate what she's doing now. This sort of discussion again, huh? Good to go now? Alright, bye, lady. Thanks for being here. We can't just keep going in circles about this once again. I really think she's trying to help here. I think we really just need to trust the process. If we take some of the pressure off of her back, I'm sure she'll get less strict. At the end of the day, she just wants to keep us alive. That's exactly the sort of attitude that made you perfect to be an ultimate in the first place. Huh? What do you mean? Not asking too many questions, not thinking too hard about things, just letting the people above you do their thing and acting to their every whim, as long as it keeps you in the position you're in now. I mean, I guess at least you didn't conform with the shocks way back then, so that's something. I hardly see how that's relevant to this. Oh, wait, it remembered I didn't shock anybody? Oh, wait, or do I have a choice? Do I have a choice? The little ways you all treat these things end up blowing up in a larger scale until it hurts people. Those fake shocks, right? The callback, right? Like, I remember that. Yeah, I did. Wait, I did shock somebody? No, I didn't, did I? Was I bad? Oh no. Wait, no, I must have not been because I was really mad at Molly for shocking me. Or going to shock me. God, I don't remember. If you let this slip now, you just keep getting people hurt on a larger scale. I didn't? Oh, good job, past me. Keeping to my morals there. Well, yeah. What'd you expect when you give so much power to people who don't even have their frontal lobes fully developed yet? Of course they're going to fuck things up. Why are you defending them here? Whatever Hope's Peak is slipping you can't be that good. Even if I don't exactly like your fence-hopping ass, I thought at least being in a situation like this would wake you up and pull you off Hope's Peak's duke. I'm not defending them, trust me. It's more complicated. You can acknowledge Ultimates are shitty people. And also see, we were taken advantage of by the system in the first place. If you don't keep your save, it defaults to 150. Oh, really? So that's what the YouTube upload for the prologue does? Oh! So we're saying I'm on a better universe. So we're saying I'm better than everyone else here. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going on an Asuka power trip. The situation at Hope's Peak doesn't matter. Right now, what matters is what's going on here. What's going on in the prison. If Alora's right about anything, it's that we need to put our grudges and conflicts aside and work together here, all of us. Otherwise, she'll take advantage of that divide to keep us compliant. I really think you're looking too much into everything you're doing. If anything, this is going to divide us. Constantly othering her is going to cause conflict in itself. But it's not just that. Do you see how much jarred shit we have? We've got a fuck ton of food. And sure, I get the rationing to a point, but we've got a sustainable food source secured. Rationing to the extent we are at this point feels fucking extreme. It's like she's trying to keep us hungry. She's trying to keep our energy down. She's trying to make us not think. You'd really think she'd do something like that. I honestly don't think she even realizes she's doing it. But I think there's some intent in there. If you take a look at those meal plans, despite the fact she's making sure we're getting our nutrients or whatever, they're always really low in protein. I mean, hell, you can't even fault her that much. But if you keep people tired, it's likely to be at each other's throats. It's probably her way of subduing us. Hunger is one of the easiest things to weaponize, yeah. Alright, fight time again. La revolution! And if we let her get away with it, then soon the rations will get worse and worse. She'll try to get away with more and more. And that's a risk I'm not willing to take at this stage. I care about all of you too much. I can't let anyone else down. If you don't want to starve, follow me. If you'd rather have everyone starve and die, take Alora's side. That's what she sounds like. It's easy enough for her to subtly divide us at this stage through assigning us work, or preventing conversations about the truce. But how long until she gets to the stage of consistently physically detaining us? Physically separating us? She's already at the stage of threatening it, even after saying she wouldn't. How long until those threats stop being empty? We need to act soon. We can do it together. We should totally just stab Alora. No. If we show her how united we can be, how she has no power against us, how we can easily undermine her, we can basically circumvent the whole motive. What? No. Are we sure? I feel like aggravating her is just asking for her to make true on her threats. I certainly don't want that. I'm sure she doesn't either. If she acts on those threats just from a little bit of resistance, you're talking about overthrowing her, girlie. Then it proves why we need to start challenging her authority. Or make it to the point we're not so hungry, we're constantly getting into fights like earlier. We can manage this better ourselves, I know. If we're compliant until we've already let too much slip through the cracks, then we'll get too comfortable. We'll end up like Shonky here and never decide to do anything. We'll get too used to it. We'll be so hungry and tired, we won't even have the energy to resist. But Asu, you're just doing the exact same thing she's doing. You're forcing us to pick a side here and listen to what you want to do, follow your authority. If anyone says anything against you or positive about Laura, you're the first to get on our cases, and I know you're not that unreasonable usually. Come on. He's kind of right, you know. You've been acting a little off lately, Asu. I said it earlier, but it's a bit concerning. Acting a bit off? I'm just trying to make sure no one else gets hurt here, so no one ends up dead like Taka. I can help us, please, you've got to believe me. I can keep us all alive and safe. We can run the prison between us. We can circumvent Alora's authority, I'm sure of it. All the other motives had stupid loopholes, we can find the one here. I'm not trying to be controlling or anything. I just know what's best here. I know what's best for you all. I don't want to see anyone else get hurt. I'm trying to help here, come on. And I'm sure Alora thinks she's helping too. You both want the same thing. But going against her when she's just trying to help is going to put us all in more danger. Stop comparing me to her. We're nothing like each other. I feel like you're just demonizing her here to your own detriment, Asuka. You keep saying this. You keep defending her. But of everyone here, I think I've got more than enough right to not trust her. Do you have any idea how it feels to have one other person in the world who you can even start to connect with over Taka's death, and have it be the very person who killed him? Someone who killed him for such a stupid reason. Someone who's being rewarded for the decision she made. I don't know if she's being rewarded. But if you can sympathize with Takiko and understand why she did what she did, and I'm sure you can give her a little grit. Don't act like you've ever sympathized with Takiko till it was too late. You hated her because of what she did to Molly, right? Can't you see how it's the same with me and Alora? Fine, you win. There, I understand your point. Even if you can't sympathize with Alora or try to see things from her perspective here, please, at least just take a moment to reflect on yourself, Asuka. I'm not trying to do anything bad here. I'm sure you weren't trying with your circus either, but you're repeating the exact same behaviors. So what if I am? They worked perfectly before. They made somewhere safe, somewhere perfect. I can do the same here too. So this is a Horse Utopia situation. But Asu, please, it's more complicated than that, and you know it. Even if your intentions are good, it's undeniable your actions were a little bit questionable. That's kind of putting it lightly. Okay, so I'm glad everyone else is like, hey, what are you doing here? No. Bad, Asuka, bad. Better than some of the shit the rest of you did. Exactly. I mean, yeah, it's bad. I accept that.
Yep.
Golly!
I'm really lucky.
Golly! Thank you. I appreciate it.
At Gallium Consumer just gifted 5 memberships.
But I'm not even meant to be
Yep.
here.
I'm really lucky.
Oh, you silly thing. Don't get on your high horse about your verdict.
Garly gifted at Darklight to
Very rarely you wake
131
up when these streams
membership.
are happening, but...
Yep.
Aw,
I'm
again,
really
thank
lucky.
You. Thank you. Okay, now.
Garly gifted at
I think you're the
S0
last person who gets to
underscore
say
loves a
that.
membership.
Well, second to me, maybe.
Yep. I'm really lucky.
It's a slippery slope and a fool's errand to put so much value in the validation of
Garly
strangers.
gifted at turnabout underscore Shiloh
Doing
a
so only
membership.
lead to repeating behaviors you regret later.
Yep. I'm really lucky.
Don't be stubborn about this. I am talking between Nagitos.
Garly gifted at Angelking
I understand your concerns
162
about Laura,
a
trust
membership.
me. I'm not a fan of what's
Yep.
going on here,
I'm really lucky.
but I'd be less of a fan if you tried to suddenly
Garly
seize power.
gifted at Danielle
and got more hurt in the process, or opened up your
5037 a
wound again.
membership.
Right. So do you think Asuka's basically doing this because of wound? The wound is really causing Asuka to get the wound and hunger. Yeah, actually. So not healing and the hunger is really affecting them. Affecting the brain. You don't know who any of these people are, but you hear the name Taka and you think you should know who that is. And you look silly, so I love Taka. Taka is one of my top tier Dangan favorite characters. And I'm still sad. You don't do something stupid like that, come on. It's not stupid if it'll keep us safe. But there's no guarantee of that. You're just putting yourself and the rest of us in danger here to protect your own ego. Because you think you know what's best here. And just like... Asuka, after hearing me tell them this a million times over, stop when Amelia said it once. Because of course. Asuka seemed to take pause, hesitating at Amelia's words despite cutting herself off. Listen, Asu. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. If I have a favorite here, it's probably you. But you know, blindly scrambling for power just to feel some sense of control after you've lost basically everything you had helps in the moment, sure. But it feels shitty in the long run. Before you know it, you'll have pushed everyone you did have. You want to really prove you don't deserve to be here? Don't repeat the shit that got you in here in the first place. Yeah, come on. I know you can be better than me. I love how Zeke's telling people like, come on. don't sing to my levels, God. Okay, Asuka, that is everyone in this room telling you they're not going to support your bid for power here. Listen, Asu. I understand you don't want to abandon us or let us down this time to make up for the past, but you're pushing away and ignoring anyone who's trying to help the situation. You want us all to work together, but putting yourself above us like this is just going to split us apart. The way you're going about this, you're just doing the things that cause you to hurt people in the first place again. I might have abandoned my brother. I might have let down Kiko. But at the least, I'm trying my best to make up for it. To do what's best for everyone. To not leave anyone behind. I'm trying to rectify my old mistakes. Are you? Even if you tell me I'm repeating them. Can you say you're doing the same? Why? Why do you keep trying to throw us back at us? Asuka pushed past us and left the meeting early, clearly upset. Losing their alibi for the night. Asu? Jeez. Sorry, was I a little too harsh? They needed to hear that before they did something foolish. I guess. After Asuka left, an awkward silence filled the room, only interrupted by someone who stayed relatively quiet throughout most of the argument. Get out. Okay, godable timing. I don't know what else to bring this up, but I brought cookies. Yay, cookies. I know it's not much, but don't complain. It's more than you should have. Plus, I kind of, sort of, maybe used up all my food supplies on that feast, so take what you can get. Oh, thank you. I don't care how small it is. I'll take any scraps at this point. What are you, a dog? I'd bark, but knowing your truth, I think you'd enjoy that. Oh, be quiet and be grateful. Thank you, Amelia. Yeah, don't mention it. It felt a little inappropriate considering the current mood. But we all indulged in the cookies. Admittedly, our hunger got the best of us. I just hope Asuka will be okay. I hope they don't do anything stupid like murder Alora right now in the middle of the night. Yeah, me too. I'd check on her later, but you know how Alicia is about us going to other cells at night. You can do it if you're sneaking. Who the hell have you been sleeping with? Your phrasing is atrocious. I'll check them later tomorrow, first thing. Oh, God. No, check now. Checking tomorrow first thing usually means, hey, look, we found a body. As long as the Lord doesn't drag me to the showers after giving me my morning dose. Speaking of which, it's getting pretty late. We should probably call it for the night, especially if Asu isn't here for the rest of the meeting. Just feels weird to leave on a note like that, you know? Hopefully, this will give them time to dwell on things. Hopefully. I was a little worried about Asuka taking action after all this, but I tried to push that feeling to the back of my head. Well, I guess we can try to parse things out tomorrow, especially at the meeting. Ugh. If we had to wait till tomorrow, the whole day is gonna feel tense as all hell. I just think it's something we all need to sleep on. I doubt the hunger and time is doing any favors to remaining civil. Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. I'm gonna hit the concrete hay of my bare prison cell. Woo! See you tomorrow. Take care. Everyone slowly filtered out, the tension and uneasiness still not fully dissipating between us. Before I could leave, I heard a voice behind me. Oi, can I help you? Amelia looked away, letting out a small scowl under her breath. I can't believe I'm doing this, let alone asking you of all people. Don't, make a big deal out of this or anything, but... Amelia shoved the remaining cookie over to me. We got the extra cookie! Excuse me? Are you dense? Just do it. Do what? I'm a little lost here. God, is your brain completely filled with rocks? It's obvious. Go, find them, give it to them. Oh, the way I would have messed up and just put that cookie in my mouth immediately. I'm like, thank you, I'm glad I'm your favorite. Well, you just said Asuka's your favorite. I think you two need to have a little chat, one-on-one. Just make things right this time before it's too late. Both of you need to make better choices this time. You know that better than anyone. So go put your money where your mouth is. I looked at the remaining cookie. I was apprehensive, but I knew that this time Amelia was right. Me and Asuka did need to hash out some things. So I took it and looked at Amelia, a small smile on my face. Isn't it your job to make us all fall apart? Well, if it is, I guess I'm a pretty bad employee. Are you dense to me? Ooh, cookie! Not like I'd want to succeed at a job like that. Then I'd be no better than Hope's Peak. Thank you, Amelia. Don't mess us up. I won't this time. Shinku, lock in! I wandered around the prison quietly for a moment, surveying room after room, one by one. It was a little nerve-wracking, risking getting caught wandering around this late at night, especially after everything with Fu and Alora the other day. But I knew I needed to have this chat with Asuka no matter what. Eventually I peeked my head into the lecture hall, and I found Asuka sitting alone on the stage, legs curled up to their chest. I braced myself and carefully approached. I was like, a CG? Do we get a CG? Hey. Yeah. I didn't imagine she'd be up for talking right now. But even so, do you need to be alone, or I could sit with you for a bit? Asuka stayed silent for a moment, avoiding eye contact. I took their silence as refusal, so I sighed and stepped back a bit. I shouldn't force this. That's okay. I'm sure we can talk another time, like tomorrow, because I'm sure all of us will be alive tomorrow. Just take this. Amelia wanted you to have it. Huh? I put the cookie down beside Asuka before taking a few more steps back. I hope you have a nice night, Asuka. I turned to leave, but as I did, I heard their voice quietly behind me. I came in here to practice. Whenever I start feeling stressed or start overthinking things, the only thing that really calms me down is feeling weightless, doing aerials. Wait, but you're bleeding out your wound. I mean, didn't we say, hey, aerials make it worse? I did that a lot at the start of the game. I had so much muddling itself up in my brain. There's just so much on the line, so much to think about. So I thought it'd be easier to clear my head. Make it all seem light and airy. Just focus on getting through. You can just do a handstand. No, don't do that either, actually. No, don't do that. But now, every time I do it, I just reopen my wound. Yeah. And I'm forced to sit here in the pain. Walton Files? Wait, what's Walton Files? It's funny, really. Something that used to make me feel so light is now the very thing that reminds me of just how crushing and heavy everything here really is. Well, you know, if you need to get some weight off your chest, you can always talk about it. It won't be the same as practice, sure, but it could help. I think I'd like that. I tentatively approached Asuka, sitting with them on the stage, looking out at the empty seats in the lecture hall. In the meetings, I'd always felt a bit tension between Asuka and me, but now that had mellowed, and I was left with the uncomfortable uncertainty of how this conversation would go well or not. We do give a CG! Oh, look at them!
I'm sorry for blowing up at you earlier. I think I'm just starting to reach my limit.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry too. I've probably been pretty frustrating these past few days myself.
Guess the real frustrating part was that I knew in part all of you were right, and I hated that.
No one likes being the one who's in the wrong. Don't beat yourself up over it too much.
How could I not, though? I hate Alora. I think I've got more than enough right to. I'm not
The
giving
horror
her
series?
enough grace.
Ooh.
I'm isolating and othering her. I'm putting her in a position where she's got no one. I'm just doing the same thing to her that happened to Takiko. And I can't even hate myself for it, because I feel like she deserves it. But I'm sure others felt Takiko deserved it too. I'm a hypocrite. I promise
The
I
CG
won't
tastes
make
like
the same
cookies.
mistakes, yet I keep doing the same thing over and over again. But even more than that, this whole time, I've just been doing the exact thing my mama did. The world failed me completely and entirely, so I wanted to stand up and live anyway. Make somewhere better. A new world. But I ended up just recreating the same things that made the world so unbearable for me. I gave people no choice. I tied them to me whether they wanted it or not. I told them lies and half-truths. And the worst part is, I was raising them to be exactly
Asuka's
like me.
speeding through that
to
character
make those
development right
same
now.
mistakes. I really was so blinded by myself that I didn't realize what I was making. I was just telling myself it was better to protect my own ego, to convince myself I was good. Everyone always expected me to be terrible. Friends, teachers, even Nico. So I had to be good to spite them. But I'm just as bad as the rest of you.
Thanks.
I'm just blinding myself and putting myself on a pedestal again, thinking I know best. Shutting out anything that could prove I don't. Anything that could prove. In the end, I really don't know anything at all.
I mean, I do get it. Like, so they're spiraling out of control, having nothing to be like. Everyone's dying around you. You're dying yourself because you have your stab wound. You're hungry. Everyone's getting frustrated and angry and scared. It really is just like, I do understand everyone's crash outs. I really, really do.
Now, I wouldn't go that far.
It's true, though. In the end, I'm just being stupid and childish. If I don't think about what I'm doing, I won't have to change it if it's wrong. That's what I thought anyway. But I'm not dumb. I know if someone has more than others. If things aren't fair, people get angry. Issues arise. That jealousy and spite and all those other ugly things start to boil up. But I kept putting myself above others anyway. It was so stupid. I don't make any sense. Not even to myself. Maybe I just wanted to feel like I had some control of my life.
Yeah.
After basically being nothing but a living doll since I was
Oh, right, the
born.
modeling too.
But that's
Yeah.
no excuse for staying that way. For making my own dolls. I promised myself I wouldn't make the same mistake I did with Takiko. That I wouldn't just ignore issues over and over until it got to a boiling point. Sitting back and letting everything pass me passively, not taking control, is part of what led to her feeling so isolated and hurt in the first place. I knew I had to do more this time, for her sake.
And
No,
I think
for
what
everyone's
Asuka
sake.
forgot is that Alora is part of everyone. And the whole isolating and hurting someone till they have to do a murder.
But in trying to do that, I just doubled down, did the things I've always done. I just felt so
Everyone has an equal chance of getting
powerless
murdered, it feels
after
like.
Takiko and Taka got ripped away from me so quickly. And everything she said about me, about how I'd been acting, it felt like a slap in the face. But no matter what I did, whatever reality I checked into was still tinted with my fantasy that I
Everyone
was
has
good.
death flags? Yeah.
I think she'd hate what I was doing now. I guess everyone was right about me.
No.
There really must be something wrong with me, huh?
Okay, there's a difference between I did something bad and I'm a bad person. You did something bad. That does not have to define you. You know it, and now you adjust.
I think there's something wrong with everyone, honestly. I don't think there exists anyone really fully pure or good.
Or fully.
We all make a lot of mistakes. We all do a lot of harm, whether we mean to or not.
Okay. Shinku is reading what I'm putting down here.
If you just expect someone to be good all the time, you'll just end up feeling betrayed when they ultimately end up being human.
I just wanted to be different. If I just end up being horrible, like everyone expected me to be, I'd feel even worse.
Even Amelia has death
I hate to
flags.
prove those
You know
people
what?
right.
She does.
How am I meant to know what to do when it feels
Because
like I was never
Mononiko
given
confronted
a
her
chance
about
at a
giving away
normal
or about
life?
having less food rations, right?
I wanted to make things right
Yeah.
this time. I don't know how I messed it up this badly. How I let an audience who'd made so many harmful judgments get to my head.
I think the important thing is that at least you tried. You're going to make mistakes over and over again. I know I have. But each time, I think you'll learn a little more. And bit by bit, I think you'll learn to become someone you're more happy with. And I think that counts more than arbitrarily deciding if you're a good or bad person.
Someone I'm happy with, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not even really sure what I want at this stage. It feels like I've
This is
lost
a beautiful moment, and I'm really
everything.
worried someone's going to die right now.
Takiko, Taka, Molly, even my circus. I don't really know what's left for me when I leave here. I'm scared for them as well. I don't want any of them to get
Like,
hurt.
what if we get like a hug,
I
and
know
so
that
all you hear
sounds
is like,
silly, 'cause
ding
I
dong,
put them in
ding.
this situation in the first place.
we just hear the abilities
But
been
I guess I
discovered.
assumed we'd never get caught. Guess I really am an idiot.
No, you're not. You're still just growing.
I just feel like I should have had everything all figured out already.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to keep living to fix that. To find what will make you happy.
Yeah, you hear that, Asuka? You keep living.
I
Don't
just,
do anything dumb.
I want to.
Please.
I want
Please.
to keep moving, but I don't know how I can possibly do that without leaving everyone else behind. They'll never get a chance to grow anymore. It just feels wrong to keep living, to keep moving, when so many others here didn't get that chance. That they'll forever be stuck as just a memory. And I'm stuck here, having become that horrible, rotten grown-up I promised myself I'd never be. Maybe that's why I could never bring
Don't curse
myself to
it.
hate my mom.
Let me quiet.
In the end, I'm just like she is.
Oh, come on. You don't want to stay as the person who hurts others. You wouldn't let Zeke get away with stagnating, would you? Or me?
No, because I know that you can both do better.
And so can you.
And you can too. Just like Taka did.
And just like Molly and Takiko should have gotten the chance to do.
It's
Yeah.
easy to just sit here and stagnate. It becomes pretty comfortable after a while, huh? But it's pretty silly to stay exactly where you are and then
Me
be
over
surprised
here.
that the same
Hold on.
thing keeps happening.
I'm
That you
scared.
keep feeling the
I'm
same
scared something
hurt,
bad's about to happen,
that
like,
the
right
wound
now.
never really heals.
You're pretty silly, Shinku.
Totally.
Yeah,
Just a couple of
guess I
silly
am.
little people.
but even if the others don't get a chance to continue living, to keep growing, that doesn't mean we can't grow. In fact, I think they'd be pretty upset if we had the chance they didn't get and just did nothing with it.
Exactly.
It would have been Taka's birthday today. He would have turned 21.
Then let's go find some champagne and drink.
It feels weird to know that soon I'll be his age. That the more time that passes, eventually he'll be stuck being younger than me. Same with Takiko. She's stuck at 18 forever now. I miss Takiko and Taka more than anything in the world.
Oh.
Sometimes I just want to close my eyes and join them. I just want to see them again one last time. I want to apologize for everything. I hate that I got left behind. That I'm stuck here dealing with all these messy, complicated emotions. It's horrible, really. That a part of me hates that they left me behind. I don't want to be alone. I hate that I could never fix things. Sometimes, I think it would really just be easier to just join
What
them.
you wish for.
Living gets real tiring after a while.
I was like, man, where were we growing those gardens? Clearly, we weren't growing vegetables. We were just growing death flags.
But maybe life
We did
isn't
too
too
good
bad.
cultivating them all.
Sometimes it hurts so much to think I'll never see them smile again. But I guess all I can do is keep moving and finding things that make me smile. When I do see them again, I want to be the kind of friend she deserved to have. The kind of person who's able to say those words to Taka that I was never quite brave enough to. So, you're right. Even if they didn't get the chance, at least we have this chance to properly grow up.
Right, Rip? Right? They get the chance to grow up, yeah?
Precisely.
Totally.
I can grow, I can change, I can stop being so self-centered, I can focus on the world around me. I can take on all the wonderful lessons everyone has to teach me. All the things I'll learn from people I haven't even met yet.
That you will definitely go and meet.
And see more than just my silly, childish little perfect world I've constructed.
We can all see outside of our own little stories and see the world for what it is.
I can grow. I can become better than all the adults who victimized me as a kid. And instead of making my own little world separate from it all, aim to
Annihilation
make
flag.
the world at large a better place, even if only by a little bit.
I think that's all we can really do.
Asuka smiled, despite the tears that were welling up in both her eyes, and snapped the cookie Amelia had given them in half, handing me one of the pair. Shh. No, this is so cute. Look how cute they
And
both
I
look.
know what exactly I'll keep living for.
No. If Asuka dies,
I'm going to see the sunshine again.
stop saying these things.
I'll walk in the sunshine, I'll run in the sunshine, I'll make a million mistakes in that sunshine. I'll fall down, I'll hit rock bottom, but it'll be okay. Because I'll look up and I'll know the sun is still there, that I can still feel it on my skin.
Why am I scared they're gonna see a fake sun in the execution if they do a murder?
That despite everything, I'm me.
Like the,
I still
Kadermi one.
exist. And I've been given this chance to live with everything I've got. And I'm going to make the most of it.
I'm so
I'm
scared.
going to become the person I want to be. For everyone's sake. For everyone who can't.
We will. Both of us.
Together.
Yeah, we will.
Takiko also said that she wants to see the sunshine again. Oh my god, no.
Happy birthday, Taka.
Happy birthday, Taka.
Happy birthday, Taka.
Hold on, let me just be sad for a minute. We tapped the two halves of the cookie together and both took a bite. A bittersweet saltiness filled my mouth as the chocolate melted on my tongue. I couldn't tell if it was from my tears or from the cookie itself. Oh no. Either way, it tasted sweet despite everything. We stayed there for a while, but were interrupted as two people rushed into the room. Why? Why is everyone rushing? Asu, there you are! We've been looking everywhere for you, Jesus! To be fair, we probably should have checked here first. Z? Lai? What are you doing here? We were eating a cookie, don't mind us. Be careful. I don't want you guys getting caught and getting in trouble. I don't want you having to dwell on shit alone. If we get in trouble, then it's worth it. Looks like someone else beat us to the punch, though, huh? Yeah, sorry I'm a better friend than you, Zeke. You guys... Asuka had only just calmed down a bit and stopped crying. But upon seeing Lyra and Ezekiel, they almost immediately burst into tears again. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've been horrible. Whoa, hey. I was telling you off for getting on your high horse about your verdict, but I was doing the exact same thing. You've been nothing but kind to me since everything happened, and I just walked all over you and tried to tell you how to feel about things. Hey, come on. Cut yourself some slack. You weren't exactly being the best either. We should have said something earlier before I got to this point. Yeah. But with how shit it can feel knowing you've been hurting people unknowingly for far too long. But still, I'm sorry, I really am. But sorries don't mean anything. Words can be pretty, but they can't solve issues alone. I promise you. I'm gonna live forever and be better from now on. We all are. We're all gonna live forever. And nothing bad's gonna happen to this trio. And Shinku. Hey, said it before. But if anyone here can grow, it's you. Yeah, like, come on, you're so young. You got so much time left to grow. Don't stress that you're not immediately perfect before your brain is even done developing. Okay, well, we're not, like, old either. Come on. Oh, shut up. You're 23. You've got, like, a year left to get your shit together before that sweet, sweet frontal lobe isn't budging one bit. Better pack it up soon, buddy. Yeah, I'll find myself after the game or some shit. I just don't want anyone else getting hurt while I make my stupid mistakes. Well, all I can do is try to make it up to them in the future by doing better. Hurt us all you like, as long as you listen to us when we tell you when you're being stupid. Only if you let me do the same. Seems we got ourselves a deal then, huh? Yeah, whatever, sure. Just stop opening up your wound, okay? You guys. Eclipse, hey. Future frontal lobes not developing at 25 thing is not true, by the way. Yeah, I feel like your brain's constantly growing and developing. But maybe Zeke's particularly just stops at 25. It's like, nah, I'm done. No more learning for me. Goodbye. Asuka hopped off the stage and ran over to Ezekiel and Lyra, grabbing them both and hugging them. There was a bit of resistance from Ezekiel, but he eventually joined in and three of them just held each other. What's going on? Again, more death flags. The biggest of all death flags are just waving in the distance. I felt a little bittersweet watching them, but I was glad they had one another. I noticed during it, Lyra looking over at me. A small smile on her face. A strange look in her eyes as if she was trying to reassure me too. I knew what she meant. If they could work through their issues, I could too. I should talk to Ismene! And there was someone I needed to properly apologize to. A wound I needed to patch up. I just hoped I'd be brave enough to find the words. Every pause, every like black time, I'm like, nothing happens, yeah? And nothing. I'm not scared. You're scared. I'm fine. Ooh, Nazca tape. Okay. Please make your case for the jury. Oh God, all the art's been so good today. I mean, it has been, but like especially today.
I've always tried to play the hero. Ever since I was young, I liked seeing those who were in bad situations and saving them, giving them something better. I always wanted to be saved as a child, so it only made sense to me that others would want to be saved. I liked being people's savior. I liked being good. I liked thinking I was doing what was best.
Turn off the lights?
It was like a
My
game
lights?
I could always win. A game of simple good versus evil.
What? Like that? Come on, can you even see me? Let me go check. Yeah! I made my face look weird though. No, hold on.
It was nice to feel smart for once.
How do I ever say turn off the
Like I
lights?
figured things out. Like I knew about how the world really worked. That
How brave.
I thought I was doing the right thing. But what gave me that strength, that power, was having the strength to leave my situation on my own. By skipping that step, by forcing them out of that situation before they had the strength to themselves, I was just putting them in another cage. They wouldn't have the strength to survive on their own after all.
You liked it, didn't you?
It was nice to be needed, to be strong, to have control. I hated how unfair the world was, how helpless it made me feel. I couldn't live in a world like that, so I thought I'd make my own. I thought I could make something good. I thought only I could do that.
Hypocrites?
In the end, I was just deluding myself that my idea of fairness was the right one. That I was doing it all for selfless reasons. And I dragged everyone else into that delusion too. It was nice to make a paradise entirely of my design. If the bars were golden enough, then no one would see a problem with it. And even if they did, I thought our little cage was better than the outside world. That everyone else was trapped on the other side of the bars, and we were really the only ones who were free. I felt I knew what was best for everyone, that my ideas of the world were correct, that only I could make them happy.
Just like Alora.
Don't compare me to her. We're nothing alike.
Wait, okay. This is clearly before this conversation we just had.
I might be the biggest, most childish hypocrite in this prison, but I'd never go that far. Never in my life. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have someone's death on my hands.
You prefer their lives.
I just wanted to give them
God, I love all the
somewhere
facial expressions
better.
here.
Or maybe I just wanted to save my own ego, make myself feel like I was good. I don't know. I wanted a family I felt safe in so desperately. I wanted to keep them together no matter what. Their lives would fall apart without me.
That's hardly fair.
I was so worried about things being unfair, people not being on the same level, about infighting if someone had more than someone else. But in the end, I was the one hoarding everything, reaching out for power,
Don't
kicking
think that she's the
anyone
point she'll
else
accept that she's
down
like
the
Alora.
ladder.
Even after that scene.
I couldn't face it. I'd become the very thing I despised, so I just tried to ignore it. Push Taka away for what he'd done. It was completely different. See what I was doing as love, and what he was doing as abuse. Lie to myself that I was needed, that only I could do it. But her eyes. Takiko's eyes in the end. I could barely recognize her. I'd been so blinded by my own ego, by just wanting things to be easy, by not wanting to think, by just wanting to stay as uncomplicated and good that I never really met her. I never really knew her. And maybe by the time I even tried, I was just doing it to rectify my own stupid mistakes.
So I'm talking about. I feel like we hashed over all this already.
It's always been for me.
I'm just letting her say all of what she's got to say.
Band-aid solutions to problems, to not have to think about them too hard, to not have to think about my own actions, to just feel like everything's okay, everyone likes me, that I'm still a good person. But
Integrator's not Amelia because she would never
now
do
I
this to
can never
Asuka.
fix
You're
things,
right. That's true.
and I can't stand that.
Brave, stupid Asuka.
Why didn't she take my hand? Was she just scared to accuse me? I wanted her to grab it and run out of there with me.
That wouldn't have worked.
Of course not. I'd have gotten ripped apart by that mob too. I knew that, but still, blindly, I wanted to help her. But she'd have known what would have happened. Of course she knew.
Was Moniko's quote right there? Was it? Oh.
So why? Why did she spare me after all of the wrong I'd done to her?
She knew you could kill them.
Why did she have that much belief in me after everything I'd done? Why does anyone believe in me? Are they really that deluded by my own self-centeredness? By my own unwillingness to address what I'm really like? Or do they really just not care about me in the end?
Wait, where did we get to this point? You need to kill them.
I know I do.
Wait. Sorry. I mean, like, oh, we're just rehashing what we learned over the chapter. I'm like, no, wait, kill them? Kill them? Your wound won't heal until you do.
It's just hard. I'm tired. I'm scared that I'll continue the same cycle, that I'll keep hurting people, that I'll do the exact same thing as before. I, of all people, shouldn't have the right to live after
No,
what
no more,
I did
please.
to everyone at my circus, to everyone I claimed to love. I just want to lay down and close my eyes. I just
The
want to
frogs?
sleep and go somewhere
Woman the
simpler.
frog would never.
I want to blind myself and go back to the familiar, but I can't do that. They'd hate me if I did that. So I have to keep on moving. I have to live with all my might for their sake. I have to become someone they'd be proud of, even if it's hard.
It's just the janitor.
Someone who
I mean, I wouldn't talk to him. I wouldn't feel
those
threatened
kids
to
at
talk
the
to him.
circus, who
Like,
can
just
let
knock me out
find
again.
that
Get a
strength
good
on
night's
their
sleep.
own terms. Not just assume I know best for them and let go of them, even if it means they'll fall in the process.
You're gonna fall too.
I hope they can forgive me. Despite everything, it seems I couldn't become anyone's savior in the end.
Oh, little moth. Alright, so a very moth theme going on right now. It appears you may fly despite everything. Are Alora's parents? Wait, what is this? No! Esther? Is Esther running this? Is Esther the mastermind? I miss Taka. I miss Taka too, Freaky Stream. That's all I miss also. It's Mitch. It's totally Mitch. Considering my current state of hunger, I'd fallen asleep pretty easily the previous nights. It disoriented me a little. I hardly knew how long I'd slept for. But I was woken to a very strange, distant banging noise. Huh? It was different from the usual knocking, and I don't believe it was coming from my door. I should probably go to the common room, check if something was afoot. Even me? It's crazy to you that they found some random dude after 3 months of entrapment and they don't try to pull it from... Yeah, I know, right? The way I would have kidnapped that man. Actually, would have beat me up with the mop, so who knows. When I entered the common room, I was met with a slightly strange sight. Everything seemed normal at a glance, but I could hear banging from a cell in my row, especially Ezekiel. There seemed to be a rock lodged on his... No, crap. I think a murder's about to happen. There seemed to be a rock lodged into his door handle, preventing him from being able to get out. Zeke? Zeke, are you okay? The door's stuck. Let me out. Come on. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. As assuming as it would be to leave him trapped... As amusing as it would be to leave him trapped inside, the rock's presence was a little worrying, so I approached it and tried to dislodge it. Ugh. Zeke tumbled out the door almost immediately after I managed to remove the rock. Luckily, I was able to move out the way before he could crash into me. He tripped over his own feet and almost immediately stumbled up. Who the hell locked me in there? Was it you? Yes, I locked you in here and then immediately let you out when I heard you. What? No, Zeke, what's going on? I don't know. All I know is I woke up and my cell was locked and I... Hey, do you hear that? What? I heard a quieter banging from down the stairs. Let's go, they need help now. I quickly made my way over to investigate where it was coming from, and lo and behold, there was another rock lodged in the door handle. Oh, I just have a feeling I'm gonna suck at deadly life when it comes around. Asuka, hey, are you in there? Shinku, can you let me out? On it. I managed to dislodge it. Asuka quickly stepped through, looking similarly panicked to Ezekiel. Hey, and how's Lyra? We gotta check the other part of the trio here. Thank you. I'll thank you properly later, but I really gotta go. Asuka, what's happening? Both you and Zeke's cells are blocked off, and there's really no time to explain. He's already run off? I'm not trying to slow you down, I'm just trying to understand what's happening. He got locked in as well? Yeah, same way as you did. Yes, I should have figured. Truthfully, I don't know what's going on. I'm just a little panicked right now. Are the trio planning something? I feel like the trio's planning something. Maybe. I woke up because I heard some move outside my door, but when I tried to open it, I couldn't. And when I tried calling out to see if anyone was on the other side, it was Lyra. Lyra? What did she say? Well... Oh no. Okay.
Hey! Who's there? This isn't funny. Let me out! Come on!
Hey, sorry about this.
Lie? Hey, what are you...
So Lyra's gonna be the body we find, huh? Is that right, Wormithy?
I've got to do something that'll make you hate me for the rest of your lives.
You must hear that ominous spell. It's like Thanatos. Do we hear the Thanatos spell?
And I just want you to know that I love you two so deeply. Thank you for giving me somewhere I felt like myself, even if it was just for a few days.
CG at what cost?
It sounds so stupid, but you have changed my life more than you could ever know. And when you see me again, promise me you won't forgive me.
This is setting up her to be the Blackened, but I feel like we're gonna find Lyra's body.
You can do that for me, can't you? Of course you can. I know you're strong. I'll meet you under Cassiopeia. Take it easy till then.
What are you saying? Hey, come on! Don't leave me here! Don't do anything stupid! Are you still there? Hey!
And I presume she left after that, but it was really concerning. Guaranteed death flag? Guaranteed death flag, yeah. I need to find her. Art's gorgeous? Yeah, Art's gorgeous! How long ago was that? An hour? I don't know, I lost track. Maybe an hour, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I need to find her. Point is, we need to look for her. We need to make sure she isn't doing anything dumb. Right, yeah, let's go. Ezekiel almost immediately started running before we could process any more of what was going on. It all happened quite suddenly, but I felt my legs moving on their own before I knew it. The two of us raced into the hallway. Ezekiel had already gotten there before us. When we entered, we were met with a fairly shocking sight. Okay. I was too stunned to move in the moment, but looking back, I probably should have. Wait, what am I looking at?
What the hell have you done to her?
There's no way. There's no way. I think Alora tried helping her. I don't think this is not. No. In front of us, Alora having handcuffed Lyra, both of the two of them looking a little worse for wear, as Alora dragged Lyra through the halls. She was seemingly drifting in and out of consciousness. But she at the very least seemed alive. Oh, thank God she's okay.
Is she...
She'll live. Please. Try your best not to make any assumptions. I truly did not want to do this.
Well, you didn't fucking have to, did you?
I had to. There was no other choice. It's a miracle both of us made it out alive.
So she tried killing Alora?
I had to restrain her for her own good.
What happened?
I was taking Chatelle to the showers this morning. since she cannot operate them on her own, and my warden position allows me to. I thought it would be best to get it done earlier in the day so we could all focus on our assigned labor. But while we were there, she attacked me.
Why would she? After last night?
She'd managed to smash one of the mirrors and was trying to use the glass to slit my throat. I tried my best to restrain her without injury, but it was quite the struggle. I tried to grab her hair and hold her in place, but she used the glass to cut off the bit I was holding her by. At that point, I was certain she was determined to kill me, so I had to take more drastic measures.
Sure, why are you
to not
doing
hurt her.
this?
I apologize. I promise you, once again, I did not wish to do this. It was to save my own life and hers. There is certainly no way she would have passed a trial with a murder that spontaneous. Please, I did this for everyone's sake.
I don't care what she did. Let her go.
I'm afraid I cannot do that currently.
The girls are fighting.
I'm going to be detaining her in her cell until further notice. I need to ensure that everyone remains calm and level-headed.
No way. I'm not letting you do that.
Zeke, please read the room.
I believe it's necessary. I promise you, I will not hurt her further. She will be let out once we know for certain she's no longer a threat to herself and others.
I could tell by the way Zeke was acting that he was very ready to jump Alora for this. I think she could tell too.
I would advise against any sudden movements, Ezekiel. Especially if you want her to be let out anytime soon.
Well, don't say it like that. That sounds threatening.
Oh, I know you're not doing this. I don't care. Lock me in there with her if I'm such a risk.
I don't think we can afford having any less hands in the prison. Especially if any more physical conditions are applied to it.
Wait, Zeke! Don't! Don't leave me alone. Come on. If you're both locked in there together, then it'll be harder to get the two of you out.
In a moment of shocking calmness for Ezekiel, he unclenched his fist and instead opted to glare daggers at Alora.
You will let her out tomorrow. That's a promise.
We'll see. Depends on how sensible everyone is about this. I'm taking her to her cell to quarantine her. You all go to the canteen. We can discuss this later.
Alora, you should have a second person with you, just in case anything happens.
How the hell can we trust you not to hurt her further?
What would be the point? We'd all know it's her.
Precisely. I can promise you I will not do any further harm to her. I'll be in the canteen soon. We can discuss what to do with her there. I'll see you all there.
Alora led Lyra back to the stairs to the cells, Ezekiel clearly holding himself back from attacking her here and now. We all stood a little shocked in the hallway for a while after she left, unsure of what to do. Fuck! I knew something like this was gonna happen, god damn it! Do you think she really did it? Yeah. Huh? Do you think Lyra really attacked Alora? I mean, shit, yeah. With everything she was saying and those stupid rocks on the handles. But then that would mean she'd have been willing to get us all. Doesn't matter. What matters is she's alive, and we're gonna keep it that way. But what are we gonna do? I feel like attacking Alora will just make the situation worse. The worst ever murder fail in a fangan? Without spoilers or stuff, like, there was another one that was pretty bad too. I remember from a popular one. I guess at least she was willing to negotiate. It seemed to me like we were going to discuss what to do with Lyra at our meeting today. I don't think anyone wants her to be hurt, even if she did do what Alora's claiming. You don't think she was wanted? No, she didn't want to win the trial. Because if... Wait! Why didn't you put a rock on my door? She's like, oh, it can't be Zeke or Asa because their doors had rocks in them. They couldn't get out. But I could! Rude. At least it's unlikely Alora will do anything more to her. It'd be too obvious. Kill her? Yeah, no. She's not exactly going to do that. But I can't imagine what she's going to do will exactly be sunshine and rainbows for Lai either. I guess the only way to really know is to sort things out at the meeting. Hopefully it'll work out. Yeah, we should probably go. I don't like leaving her in Alicia's hands, but even just for a little bit. Fuck, I guess we all can do. It's all we can do. Watch Ismene actually has rocks on her door and we just haven't like got her out. We all made our way to the canteen where Ismene had been cooking breakfast. She was meant to be doing with Ezekiel, but given he was locked in his cell, he couldn't exactly help. Ismene's fine. We're good. Ismene's okay. We explained the situation to her and she was rightfully apprehensive and a little shocked before we all sat down to breakfast. I felt like every second waiting for Alora to come back took hours, but eventually she entered the canteen herself. And I think almost instantly she could feel everyone's eyes on her. She'd probably get treated for whatever cuts she got. I just hope she was telling the truth, and I hoped even more so that this won't lead to a bigger spiral. Also, hi, Wada Wada Wada. Despite everything, I really did my best. I really did want the best for Alora. Girl. I'm sure you all have a lot of questions, but I believe I've explained the situation the best I can to everyone. I'm uncertain what Chatel's motivations are for attacking me, but for her sake and everyone else's here, I'm not too keen on keeping her quarantined permanently. I believe the best course of action here is to keep her quarantined until she explains why she attacked, and we can attempt to resolve the issue from there. Rest assured, she'll still be provided with her daily dosages and meals. Is that satisfactory for everyone? I suppose I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's just quite the shock. It was bound to happen eventually. Typically 5 or 6 days after a motive gets introduced is when the conflicts start to reach a breaking point. I'm just glad no one was seriously hurt. She was still knocked unconscious. You can't exactly do that lightly, can you? It was the best I could do considering the circumstances. And let me reassure you, I did attend to any damage or injuries she sustained. My primary goal here is keeping everyone alive. That has not changed. As I wish for here, all I wish for here is for everyone to be safe. Quarantining her seems the most appropriate course of action. I hope we can all understand that even if we are not happy with it. Maybe we can try to ask her later today what happened. I think she'd be more than willing to explain to us. That's not exactly a bad idea. I'll have to think about it. Okay, I'm seeing the eyes now, though. I'm definitely seeing the eyes. You guys were talking about that earlier. But currently, I'd like to focus our priorities on our assigned labor for today, and any issues that may arise from whatever condition we have to select. Yeah, say we all you like. Doesn't seem like you take much of our input or anything. Almost as if on cue, Mononiko hopped on the table as Fu walked into the room, observing us from afar. Phew, exciting morning, huh? Things are really kicking off here. Wonder how many of these conditions you can take before it's more than just Scrunchy who's snapping. My bet's on Bowhead. Lost too many people not to. Hey, no way. I still have people I don't want to lose, no matter what. Well, we'll see if your resolve stays just as strong after Alora picks her decision for today. What are the options? Da-da-da-da-da-dum! You can choose either to... Oh no. Have all your taps and fresh water shut off until the next murder. No. As another game recently taught me, that ends up bad real fast. Yeah, no. That's ridiculous. Or have all the electricity in the prison completely shut off until the next murder. That's not fair. These options are stupid. There's no right one. Well, I mean, there wasn't really a right one for the previous decisions either. Just the one you picked. This is quite a severe step up from the previous options, though. Tricky decision, huh? Well, it's pretty fucking obvious. We can't live without fresh water. Yes, but cutting off our electricity would mean completely cutting off our heating, our ventilation, our fridges, and freezers. I mean, we're screwed anyway, honestly. All of our frozen food supplies would be gone. But more importantly, all the medical supplies that need to be kept cold would be gone. Namely, the frozen antibiotics that are the most effective ones we have. I do not want to risk that given Centille's current condition. Furthermore, if the frequency of attacks increases, I do not want to risk losing supplies we may need to treat life-threatening injuries. But I'm going to be fine. I don't need any antibiotics or anything. Well, best to be safe rather than sorry, Asu. Not only that, but since we lost access to our incinerator once everything in the defrosting fridges and freezers went bad, we'd have no way of disposing of them safely. And the lack of ventilation would likely mean the air quality within the prison would decline extremely rapidly. I mean, we're dead either way. I suppose I never thought of things like that, but she was making a valid argument. With the water, They only specified the fresh water to be cut off. Meaning I don't want to drink pond water. Meaning the pond water in the courtyard and those in the waterways would be completely untouched. He's like, I don't want to drink sewage water. That's gotta be bad, too. No, shut up, Fu. Odds are you've already been drinking it. It also filters and cycles. Wait. I know it's not the best, but we got alcohol here, right? everyone's just gonna have a sip of wine before nighttime. Precisely. By the time it gets to the courtyard, it's already gone through some of the filtration process. I don't mind manually doing the rest of it myself. I am more than capable of making water potable. Additionally, after my experience with Chattel in the showers this morning, I've come to understand that it does hold certain risks. Namely, it's very easy to slip someone over the wet floors there. Huh. Guess that's how Lyra was able to get a grasp on her. So what, we going water? Seems like the most manageable option, all things considered. I'm sure no one has any objections after I've outlined the risks. Everyone remained relatively silent. Hey everyone, if you have any objections and would like to complain, please do so now and not later tonight behind my back. Good. We'll choose to cut off the fresh water then. Alrighty, no more fresh water for you. And if that's today's one, I'm a little worried how bad tomorrow's will be. We'll get to that when we get to that. I'm sure you kids will find a way, or convince yourselves you will, and struggle your way to a solution that'll never come to you. Either way, I'll have fun watching you do it. Well, gotta say, I'm impressed today was the first day you guys bit the bullet. I thought one of you would crack way earlier than that. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be soon. The conditions only get more fun from here. Yeah, I'm not sure I like your definition of fun. I'm not sure I like your face, but I still endure it. Anyway, see you all here, same time tomorrow. If you're still around, that is. Bye-boys! Moniko scampered away, leaving us to face a prison with no fresh water, no food or stocks, and no access to our incinerator or washing machines. I don't know what else I could possibly take away at this point. Alright. Our priority for today is collecting and purifying as much water as possible. Cersei, Kutsuki, you told me in the courtyard gathering water for purification. Bottle or store as much of it you can, and then bring it to me in lab 2, where I'll do what I can to make it drinkable. Working with Ismene? I wasn't sure how she'd feel about that, but at least we'd be able to make breakfast together the other day. Still, I was a little apprehensive. We'd hardly talked since everything that had happened. I hope maybe I can use this opportunity to find the strength to apologize. Saint-Il, Elias, you told me in the courtyard today. You will be on crop maintenance duty for today. Wait, but who's gonna be with you? I suppose I'll be alone. No way. Everyone's going to be with someone. I don't want anyone without any eyes on them. I can watch her if you'd like. No, absolutely not. He's the last person we should be trusting with anyone. Come on, it'll be like old times again. You know, it does help me a lot if you kill each other, but it's only if it's satisfying. Hell, it's the reason I stole those blueprints and coincidentally remembered the tapes in the last trial. How anticlimactic would it have been if you all had to die that early on? Couldn't I accompany Alora and leave Shinku, Asuka, and Ezekiel in the courtyard? I don't want anyone wandering the halls alone right now. If I left them as a trio, either Kutsuki would be alone transporting the water to me, or someone would be left alone in the courtyard while the other two transported the water. I'm content to have food water to me if that would put you at ease. Just seems a little counterproductive for him to be helping us here. God forbid I want to get a bit involved. Do you guys remember when we were friends? No. Well, we could have been friends. No. Stuff's in the past. Do you want my help or not? I mean, he did help us set up the farms. I don't like it, but it's better than no one. All this would be a lot easier if we just let Lai out, though. I'll have to think about it. But we should get our tasks sooner rather than later. We cannot survive nearly as long without water as we can without food. I'd like to make sure we have a good supply secured as soon as possible. We'll reconvene here in a few hours. Thank you once again for your cooperation. And I apologize for not having any compensation prepared for today, seeing as I got attacked. I was going to sort something out this morning, but, you know, I got attacked. Let's just get this over with. The four of us made our way to the courtyard. It was weird. We'd been seeing each other constantly at those meetings. But strangely enough, without Lyra, it felt weirdly intense. Maybe it was just the atmosphere for the day at large. But even so, I tried to comply for now. I just hoped she'd let us talk to Lyra soon, and we could get some answers on why she attacked Alora. However, I don't think the others were half as willing to sit by and keep their heads down as I was. Are we really just gonna not do anything? Let's do our best, team! This is ridiculous. We're not seriously gonna sit here and do what she says, are we? Like, yeah, don't start unnecessary conflicts or whatever, but she started this. Well, I mean, Lyra did, maybe, potentially. Don't be imbecilic about this. If you try and do anything rash, you'll just end up locked up with her. Wouldn't mind that, at least I know she's okay then. Yeah, for real. Being in the dark about this is not fun. I don't want to sit around and just watch a friend get hurt again. I'd hate to say it, but I am similarly a little concerned for her well-being. I cannot say I like her attitude, but I do have to admit, she can be fairly level-headed when she wants to be. She's rather easy to talk to, all things considered. Certainly more reasonable than some people here. Which is partially confusing me in regards to why she'd have attacked Alora. She hadn't appeared particularly scrutinized for her truce yesterday, and this motive hasn't placed many restrictions on her. I mean, she wasn't able to stay in Ezekiel's cell, but like, we were doing better. Hell, the space did us good. It just all seems a little bizarre. Now, I'm not suggesting anything, but, well... Do you think Alora was telling the truth? An apprehensive silence fell upon... Oh. The earpiece can't broadcast, right? Because what if Alora made a Lyra AI also? Because there's a Taka one, right? That's in her ear right now? So, and the doors were locked. So really they didn't see Lyra. They heard Lyra. We don't think. No one would be the person who says something first. I mean, even if she is, there must have been a reason, right? I don't know. I want to talk to Lyra about it and figure out what's going on. Whether she's lying or not, I think we should be wary. More than wary, we should look into it. She can only lock one room at a time with her warden privileges, right? Right now, she's using that to keep Lyra sealed in her cell. Meaning no other rooms can be blocked off. Wait, I'm following your lead here. I got it. It means she can't lock off the showers. If we were able to get there before she had a chance to clean the room up, we might be able to get a better idea of what happened. You have to work? Alright, bye Philip. Thanks for being here. It might be best to do that before trying to knock on her cell and personally check on how she's doing. Especially since if Fu doesn't keep his word about monitoring Alora, she could slip away and clean them up at a moment's notice. But she might punish Shinku. Who cares? Who cares if we get punished? That's not important right now. I'm more than willing to risk to make sure Lyra's safe. I was ready to jump her the second I saw she restrained her. Yeah, that's two of us. You two are more than free to stay here if you want, but we're going to while we still have the chance. I'll come with you too. Huh? You two will get yourselves caught before you know with how loud you are. You need someone to moderate you. Not to mention... Ismay scooped up a bucket of water from the pond, holding it in her arms. I have an excuse to be walking through the halls currently. I can cover for you if needed. Oh, right. That's probably a little bit better than just jumping in with no plan. Never thought I'd have to be glad to have Isabel, of all people, joining us, but here we are. We'll make sure Lyra's okay, no matter what. I just want to make sure we don't have another body on our hands, that's all. Asuka smiled at Ismay for a moment, a softer look on their face. Don't we all? Well, Sam, you hold the fort here. We need to get there as fast as we can. If you could water our crops and shit, that'd be great. Come on, there's no time to waste. The three of them turned to leave, but as they did, all my mind could think of is the night Lyra slipped into that cell. That conversation we had. How she helped me realize just how blind I'd been myself. I'd always been a little biased against Lyra. Maybe because I was just put off by her general demeanor. Or just my prejudices against girls like her. Jeez. But behind everything, she was someone who could be shockingly insightful and surprisingly empathetic. Most of all, she was human. She was my friend. I didn't want her getting hurt. So finally, standing up for once on my own 2 damn feet, I did something I couldn't quite believe. Wait. I want to be a bad boy too. The others pause, complete shock on their faces, and turn around as I haphazardly scooped up a bucket of water. I'm gonna be a bad boy and break the rules. It'll be more believable if both me and Ismini were transferring the water after all. Glad to have you on the team, Shinku. Shinku bad boy arc. The four of us quietly made our way through the halls, me and Ismini leading it so we would look less suspicious if we were caught. We took a second to discuss our plan of action in the connecting hallway. It was decided that I and Ismini would drop off the water to the lab and keep Allura distracted while Ezekiel and Asuka investigate the showers. But as we started to approach the labs, our plan already seemed to unravel. Namely, as someone standing outside the lab spotted us descending down the stairs. Huh? Fu had been guarding the lab Allura was working in from the outside, but as soon as he saw us, he cocked his head in a bit of interest. Well, well, well. What do we have here? A couple of troublemakers. He gave us a slightly lopsided grin, but he was keeping his voice oddly quiet. He looked at us for a moment, and we all stood in paralyzed silence. Eventually, he sighed and spoke again. Leave the buckets here, all 4 of you. I'll keep her distracted. Huh? Oh, come on. This has to be a trap. There's no way we can trust him. Fumble away. You're a loss if you don't want to gamble. Wait, gambling? Trust him for now. I think he'll keep his word. You serious, Sam? It's a gut feeling. Yeah, I'm sure David also had a gut feeling back before he looked down and realized he'd been stabbed in the back. Now that was just unnecessary. We should trust him. For goodness sake, he's going to get us all killed. Nah, I'm an honest man, says the gambler and a liar. Besides, guess it's just nice to see you all coming together for a common cause for much. I feel a weird sense of pride to see you all like this. Ew, gross. You must care about her a lot, huh? Who knows? If you keep up like this, maybe she'll finally see it too. What do you mean by that? If we talk too much out here, Alicia's good over here. Let's just drop the water and go while we still have a chance. I cannot believe I'm going along with this. Ismini sighed and left the bucket she was holding in the hallway. I followed suit and quickly went after Ezekiel and Asuka, who had already started making their way to the shower block. And when we entered... There's an eerie feel in here right now. It feels weird. Smells quite sterile. Shit, did she get here between us? It might be because they were cleaned yesterday? Let's just get to looking and see if she left anything. I'm guessing it happened when she took Lyra for her shower. Might be we're checking the girls' side? Right, do you want us to wait outside? Shinku. It's a bathroom, not a nunnery. I think you'll live. Right. I just don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. We made our way inside the girls' section of the showers, and lo and behold, yup, mirrors broke. Ah, shit. The mirror had been smashed and the glass shards were scattered all over the place. It seemed she hadn't been lying about that. In her hair, she'll grow it back. We should be glad it's just her hair that was cut and not her skin. Besides, if anything, I think she would look quite cute with short hair. I mean, what? Who said that? Large clumps of black hair had been roughly cut were scattered among the glass shards. It was like Lyra's ponytail being cut clean off. Allura's story seemed to line up. But more notably, almost as soon as I entered... Ow! I found myself slipping onto the ground. Christ, be more careful. You'll cut yourself on the ground. Ismene scowled and helped me out. It was oddly reassuring to have her of all people help me. Thanks? Sorry, the floor's just a little slippery. Now that you mention it, it kinda is. Smells really strong in here, too. If there was any blood, it was most likely sanitized or washed away. She was trying to cover her tracks. Oh, I knew it. I bet she seriously hurt lying. I'm gonna let her die from her injuries slowly. But surely so she wouldn't have to go through a trial or whatever. God, we need to get Lyra out of that cell right now. Don't you think you're being a little presumptuous? A little presumptuous? It's clear she's clearly trying to hide something here. It's all cleaned up. No? With what water, though? It all got shut off pretty early today. If she did clean it, it would have just been when Lyra was already restrained. Furthermore, why would she clean any blood but leave all this glass? I don't know, maybe to make her story line up. But the glass renders these showers completely unusable. It would be too dangerous given her current priorities. If she'd clear anything, it would be the glass. Someone could easily use it as a weapon, just as Lyra did on her. From everything I'm seeing, she definitely wasn't lying about some sort of fight happening here, but still. Can anyone else smell that weird burnt smell, or is it just me? A little, but I can't figure out where I'm smelling it from. Might just be the vents filtering it from another room. If Alora's prepping for distilling water, then no doubt she has some kind of open flame. I just wish we could find more here. Our best bet might be trying to go to Lyra directly and talking to her when she's regained consciousness from outside herself. Hopefully Alora will allow it soon. If she doesn't, I will more than happily break down that door myself. I'm just hoping she regains consciousness sooner rather than later. Either way, I doubt we'll find anything else here without a more proper investigation. If we get some time after our tasks later, we should return here. For now, it's best we leave before we get caught. Ezekiel, Asuga, you make your ways back to the courtyard. Me and Shinku will bring the water to the labs to distract Alora while you do. Everyone clear? Just pissed off we couldn't find anything else. We'll look again soon, I promise. Right, yeah, just... I don't really like not knowing if she's okay or not. Trust me, I don't either. But she'll be okay, trust me. I just hope this isn't all cause... Never mind. We'll talk about it later. On that note, we made our way out the shower block, but as we did, it appeared maybe I should have listened to my earlier gut feeling, as the person who greeted us was... Man, this is like, we just keep getting caught by Alora. We're not sneaky in any bit. What exactly are you all doing here? Oh, for Christ's sake, I knew we should have trust Fu. Hey, come on, I tried my best. You certainly did. I found it a little suspicious with how much you were talking. I'm a little concerned you were all distrustful of me, that you perceived trusting Wang as a better option, but I digress. Can you blame us? God forbid we want to make sure our friend isn't 6 feet under. You saw she was alive earlier. I do not really know what you were trying to accomplish here. I suppose we just want to verify your story. I have no reason to lie. I've told you countless times that my main priority here is keeping you alive. I do not know what else I have to do to prove that to you. Well, you have to understand, obviously, that they'd want to double check themselves. You should have taken them to this room immediately, honestly. If you wish to investigate in here, you're more than welcome to. I have nothing to hide. What I do not appreciate is you all discarding your tasks when we have something as important as our ability to drink clean water on the line. We're grounded by Mom again. You can investigate after we're certain we won't die of thirst if you still distrust me. No way. We aren't going to wait for that. That would give you more than enough time to clear up any evidence we didn't find in there. Evidence? Do not treat this like a murder. No one is going to die. If you're that concerned, I promise you I will stay in the lab. Wayne can watch me and ensure that. Oh yeah, great idea. Not like you broke our trust literally 5 fucking minutes ago. Hey now, that wasn't my fault. She wanted to collect some water from one of the waterways, spotted the buckets in the hallway, and started asking questions. My goodness, you can't even ensure someone stays inside a room. How on earth are you running this thing? Even if you do not trust Fu, if Cersei and Kutsuki do their scheduled water drop-offs, then they can check that I'm staying in my lab periodically. Is that fair? Yeah, totally. Certainly. Furthermore, once Saintil and Elias have finished their farming responsibilities, they're more than free to join me in the lab to ensure I'm staying in place. Fine. I promise I do not have anything to hide. If it puts your mind further at ease, after our lunch, you can have the rest of your day to do what you wish. I will not go anywhere near the showers. If you wish to look further there, then that's your prerogative. But I assure you, you will find nothing. Just be sure to return for dinner so I can ensure everyone is having their rations and that we're all still alive. We can discuss talking to Chattel then, but I believe you might have better luck getting explanation out of her than I would. But I think currently she needs some time to reflect and calm down. I just hope she's okay. I already treated any injuries she sustained. Do not fret. It was only a few minor scratches. Well, that's good at least. Now, any objections, or are we all agreeing to get back to work? I have a few fucking objections, but none you're gonna listen to, so whatever. Great, I'll see you all soon. Come on, Doc, let's get you back to the lab. Do make yourself useful and carry a bucket of water back with you, Wang. Whoa, hang on. Just because you're playing fake Gordon doesn't mean you get to start bossing me around. Let's just get back to the courtyard. The more frequent we make our deliveries, the more consistent our check-ins will be. Right. The four of us somewhat begrudgingly returned to our tasks in the courtyard. I did feel a little bad that Allura was continuing to be so scrutinized, but I understand the other's concern. Bad boy arc over. We're a good boy again. Me and Ismene made quite a few silent walks over to the lab to drop off water, and lo and behold, Allura did keep her word on staying in the lab. Low-key, why would you ever trust Vu? Right? Eventually, we all reconvened for lunch, but no one really said much as we ate. The previous days had been tense, but the meals today were something else. After we dispersed, we were given the rest of the afternoon to do whatever we wished, just as Laura promised. I made my way back to the cells after a while. I went to enter mine, but as soon as I did, I was met with someone standing outside the locked door to Lyra's cell. Hey, Light? I don't know if you're awake right now or not, but... We ain't trusting Fu, nope. If you did do it, no matter what you did, no matter why you did it, we'll hear you out, okay? We're not gonna drop you because of it, no way. We just want to make sure you won't do it again, you know? Because, you know, it really sucked to lose you. I don't want to be stuck with Zeke around here. No way. Without you to knock him down a few pegs, who knows how he'll be? I guess I'm not really the one who gets to talk about that or anything. But whatever it is, we won't judge. I don't think it makes you a bad person or anything. It doesn't really change who you are either. It's just a pretty bad situation for us, you know? So when you're ready to talk, I'm here. And I'll properly listen, I promise. Asuka lingered in silence for a moment before perking up again. Oh, and don't remember to touch about your hair. If anything, maybe this will even it out from the time you actually chopped half of it off when you were drunk. I actually know a whole bunch of short hairstyles as well. So we can find one that'll fit you when you're let out again. Pixie cut. Pixie cut! Just between you and me, I think you could pull off Zeke's hairstyle better than he can. But let's not go with that one. I don't think we need any more Zekes returning about. Anyway, we can figure what to do when you're out. Maybe we could have a sleepover or something. Just focus on getting rest, okay? Sorry if I interrupted you or woke you up. I was waiting for Zeke to be ready and I just thought I'd check in on you. I just hope you can hear me through the door. I felt a pit in my stomach as I passed by. I was about to just not say anything and put my head down and return to my cell. But as I put my hand on my door handle, something compelled me to stay for a second. I found myself walking to where Asuka was standing and I spoke to myself. Hey, I hope you're okay. Even if you would... We're not going to make fun of you for making a stupid decision. Only you can decide what to do from here. Just don't keep repeating the same things again. You and I both know you're better than that. You're better than me. But no matter what reason you had to do it, give yourself as much grace for it as you give others, okay? The silence worries you? Like we're not talking to anyone? Like there's no one in the room? Yeah. We're only human after all. Yeah, we all are. Asuka smiled at me as I made my way back to my cell, bumping into someone leaving my cell as I tried to enter. Wait, watch where you're going. Shit. Zeke. What are you doing here? Nunya. Zeke. What? Quite beside myself, I grabbed his shoulders. Even if I don't like you, I'm not letting you go back to being this childish. Come on. You don't want to act like this. I don't want any of this to be happening. I want to know Lai is safe. That's all that matters to me. If I have to go back to being the worst fucking person in the prison that everyone hates just so Alicia lays off of her, that's what I'll do. She always had more of a right to do better than I ever did. Come on. I don't think she'd want you to get yourself in trouble. If you ask me, doing what you can to try and make sure your friend is safe doesn't make you the worst person in the prison. Listen, I don't care what you were doing, I just want to know. I was trying to use your vent to get bobby pins into her cell. Give her a chance to maybe lockpick her way out of there or something. I tried my own vent, but I don't know if it connects to her cell. I'd rather be safe than sorry. You could just tell me that, obviously. Well, you're always so quick to judge me. Just decide everything I do is bad no matter what the hell it is. You treat me the same way, dude. Huh? Am I a hypocrite too? No way. Zeke paused for a moment, looking away. Whatever. I need to get going. Me and Asa are going to investigate the showers again. See you at dinner. Yeah, whatever. Ezekiel huffed under his breath and pushed past me, leaving me in my room. There was an odd amount of white noise. I was wondering if maybe the bobby pins in the vent were causing some sort of disruption. They might have gotten caught in the fans or something. I doubted Ezekiel was too thorough when trying to get them through. It was nice to see him helping, though. Maybe this whole time I underestimated just how strongly he cared for Lyra. I guess I could never really know what things were really like between them. Sure, ominous narration. Who? Wait, tapes?
Easy now.
Oh no, sorry.
Alright, there we go.
Oh my god, I told you not to let me drink that much.
Oh, flashback? Chapter 2. Chapter 2, flashback.
Oh, don't throw up on my sheets again. They were a bitch to clean the first time.
If you hate dealing with me so much, just kick me out of your room already.
No way. Come on. Stop talking nonsense. Easy.
I'm serious. All I do is mess things up. Just cut me off before I damage something you really care about.
If I cut you off, you will damage something I really care about.
What's that?
You really gonna make me say it?
Don't say it's me. That's corny as shit.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Yeah, I read chapter 2 and everything's fine, mostly.
Oh my god, it is. That's... Oh my god. What have I done to you?
What's so funny?
You really think I'm something worth putting all that emotional stock into? Wow. I knew Shinku had deluded himself into thinking I'm someone who could be fixed, but I didn't think you'd fall for it too.
The hell are you saying?
Getting attached here is like a death sentence to you. Do you seriously think that I won't jump the fence when someone seems like a better option? When you can't give me food or alcohol or my dose? Of course I will.
Yeah, Taka's alive. Let's go visit
I
Taka.
always do, no matter how kind people are, no matter how much people care about me. I can't accept it. I spin their face and walk all over them, and I'm a horrible, manipulative woman, and I use you. Like I used everyone. Just drop me before I leave you, and you end up hating me. I'm not anyone you should coddle or help.
Hey, cut it out!
Shut up! Don't hold me so close. I can't do this to you two. I care about you too much, and that's terrifying. Ugh, get away from me. You're just gonna end up hurting yourself.
Then hurt me. As much as you'd like. God damn it, Lai. Stop. Stop saying all these things about yourself.
No. Silly. Look, if I put my mouse right there. Oh, look at that 9. Look at that 9 now, kind of. See? Taka's fine.
Because, to me, you're way better than I'll ever be. And it pisses me off you can't see that. And if you're all these terrible things you say you are, then just how shitty is someone like me? Stop giving yourself shit for being human, Lai. That's stupid. And of all the fucked up people here who got dealt a god-awful deck,
You've done pretty goddamn well with the cards you were dealt, if you ask me.
I can't stand the idea of you eventually hating me too, of hearing you say all the things I already know about myself. It would mean more coming from you. You're too kind to me. I don't deserve it. I'm sorry.
Well, the world's not been all that kind to us. So I thought I'd just make up for lost time. Even if the world's shit, it becomes somewhat not completely unbearable when you're with people who aren't half bad. You know?
But I don't think you can do that forever. People come and go. If the world's only bearable when you're with people, how are you meant to stand it when you're alone?
Guess I won't.
Oh, now you're being ridiculous. Shut the hell up, yes you will.
Nah, I think I'm good.
You will, or else I'll never forgive you. I'll go to your grave and laugh at you, tell you what an idiot you were for not being able to find enough good within you to stand to live alone. Especially because, to me, it's
This is
quite
neat, but it's
obvious.
kind of redundant since it's so into daily
Look
life.
what you're doing now.
Like,
Well, I wouldn't mind you
I
laughing
think
at
it's
my
to make
grave.
the impact more when. As I'm
At
pretty
least
sure
you'd still be thinking
I think
about
we're
me
fine Lila
somehow.
Dead.
And as long as you're still thinking about me after leaving, if I still have some impact in your life, if you're still reminded of me, then I win.
You're an idiot. One day you'll see just how stupid thinking like that is.
Let's just get you to bed. Come on.
Mint was right about you. You really do still have a lot to learn.
I need a slur to describe whatever the hell is that. What? Freaking out, no. The afternoon passed slowly. I couldn't help but feel anxious. There was a suffocating uncertainty in the air. I had some time to kill? Really? A free time event now. Gabe, I think we're past freedom events for the day. Are we not? Yeah, I guess we're gonna talk to Amelia, but like, I don't know how I feel about hanging out with everyone time. What the hell do you want? I had a question for you, actually. What is it, Nancy Drew? If you could do anything right now, or have anything right now, what would you like? Now's the time to cash in the Oscar FT. Yep, I promise. I will do that. I think I like a slice of hot apple pie with lots of cinnamon and a crispy crust. I like when the apples aren't fully cooked into the sauce, so there's some slightly crunchy bits. I like chewing things. Stuff that's too mushy reminds me of hospital slop. You wouldn't want to make some big change to the world? Have whatever you're trying to do here accomplish? Have everyone hate ultimates? Have us all killed? I mean, I guess, but I don't think whatever I need to do to achieve a world I don't think whatever I need to do to achieve a world I'd like would create a world that would let me back in. So maybe I just want to sit by a windowsill for a bit, watch the world go by, and watch stupid people do stupid things. And eat something tasty. I miss apple pie. Well, that's pretty simple. It's all I really, really want right now. Everything else feels too complicated. What about you? What do you want right now? You know, apple pie sounds great. Yeah, sounds amazing. That's bullshit and you know it. You seriously prioritize a fucking pie over getting out? Am I not allowed a piece of pie? Get your own damn pie, it's mine. It's not real, it's hypothetical. Then get your own fucking hypothetical pie. God. Okay, yeah, it wasn't the same when you're not sharing. This is stupid. This is an imaginary pie. You're just getting over me, not giving you a piece of imaginary pie. Sorry, does that say Sal or Sai? Can't see that. Cool, and I can't zoom in to look what you said. I will look at that after, sorry, and I will adjust that. Please. Please. Okay, just a small piece then, I guess. But you're getting the sad fucking corner piece, I hope you know that. Fine by me. I always soften up the crust with custard. You have custard on your apple pie? Never mind. You're not getting shit. It's a fucking war crime. Now that you you can talk about war crimes, Amelia. La la la, can't hear you. Too busy enjoying imaginary apple pie. Seriously? Huh. These hypothetical crispy apple bits are so good. So good there's no wusses here to dress them in custard and ruin them. You can see why the two of them are friends. Let's make it also hypothetical when you're allowed out of this office, alright? Huh? I could even make some custard as well. It's really not that bad. You should give it a try. There's a lot I want to give a try. Maybe someday then. No chance. Not with you all. You're stupid for even bothering to talk to me. It's nice to imagine a warm, sweet apple pie, but in reality, it'll probably just burn your tongue on the first bite and the rest of it will taste like nothing. Pretty sure I can change it? I'll mess around the settings later and I'll see. Some things are just best being hypotheticals. Or not talking to me. You should leave, Shinku. You should get back to your side of the door. You could all use the connections you can to get out of there. Alright, see you later. Okay, bye. Asuka. Need to find you really, really fast. Because we gotta find a body in 40 minutes or under. Preferably. I do have... So Laura. Cancel YouTube, right? Yep, hey! Hey! Thank you! Thank you, best friend! Asuka, weren't you meant to be investing in the showers with Zeke? Oh, I was, but we weren't getting any major leads. So we could try a more direct approach and talk to Lyra. But I could barely hear her through the walls. I heard some noise, but it was so muffled I couldn't figure out what it was. And I figured it might be worth trying to see if we can get her into her cell somehow. Well, the lecture hall is quite far from her cell, isn't it? But it's the easiest way to access the pipe system. Oh, and maybe through that, I could potentially find a way to get her to get into the vent system and get into her cell that way. I'm pretty flexible and small, so I figured if anyone could crawl through the vents, it'd be me. Just be careful. Something that physical could lead you reopening your wound. I know, but it's worth a try, isn't it? I'm not gonna let down another friend ever again, no way. I'm not losing anyone else. Even if I don't always know what's best for people, I still want to protect my friends, always. I feel like I'm just setting yourself up for failure. Don't you believe me? Well... Oh no. Oh, that was what I meant by well. Not exactly got the best track record, and considering everything you said last night, I think your idea of protecting someone may have been a little bit narrow-minded. It was, but doesn't mean I can't change. We're gonna both do better. Just to get about those problems and not focusing on your own. You gotta do better too, you know. Sorry. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Alright, let's do this again. Okay. Don't you believe in me? It might be best to be patient. Huh? Laura already said we'd be able to talk to her and discuss her release at dinner. That's only a few hours away. It might be best to just wait instead of potentially injuring yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the BDA as long as the BDA is within 40 minutes. If it's another hour after that, I'll just stream Sunday, I guess. I just really don't like sitting around doing nothing again. I feel like I gotta do something. You can keep yourself safe first and foremost, then worry about everything else. No way, that's selfish. And keep yourself out of trouble for the rest of us. None of us want to lose you or see you get hurt either. I know, I understand, you're right. I'm just gonna stand losing anyone again, being weak again, being told how foolish I was again. How nothing I did was ever enough. It's not gonna happen, Asuka. I know that realistically, I guess I could just get up in my head about these things. Maybe I just need to think about something else for a bit, keep my mind off it all. Wanna stay in chat? Yes, please. Great. That really means a lot. Sorry. I'm getting so up in my head about this. After everything that happened with Taka and after how I treated Takiko, this sort of thing just makes me on edge. I understand, don't worry. Despite how close they got to Ezekiel, Since the last trial, Asuka felt like one of the few people in the prison who it could still talk to freely. It was 2 minutes ago, I just didn't hear the announcement. Yeah. I felt like that'd be so funny. I feel like they didn't have any particularly strong grudges against me specifically, which granted me a bit of relief. And despite everything that happened to them lately, they seem to be in fairly high spirits for the most part. I was honestly a little concerned with how their verdict made them feel about their crime. So, what's on your mind? Huh? Oh, come on, you can't fool me, silly. You've been holed up for ages now, and you suddenly decide to reach out and try to speak with me one-on-one. It's FT intended for before the... You know what? I was feeling this. I'm like, oh no, wait. I don't think I got far enough fast enough with Asuka. Something's up, I know it. Well, maybe something. I just don't want to bother you. It's no problem, silly. I'm here if you need it. Getting all up in your head and these things isn't going to do any good. Sometimes you gotta talk about these things. Hash them out with someone, you know? 2 brains are better than 1 after all. I guess I'm a little apprehensive about my eventual crime reveal. Aside from Jakul, I'm really the only person left. I'm just scared people will think worse of me. Well, if you've done nothing seriously wrong, you got nothing to worry about, do you? I think I have done something seriously wrong. Then you'll pick yourself up and make the changes you need to do better in the future. I am sure of it. And hey, if you ever need it, I'm always here to help, okay? You've been going through a lot lately and... Well, duh, but we all are at the end of the day. Besides, if your verdict is a thing troubling you, it's naturally come to me of all people. What? Well, I mean, I have everyone left and the most worthy. Even if people who donate to us, to see us die, can see I didn't do much wrong after all. I think it's pretty obvious that the fact that I'm here is sort of unfair. I mean, like, yeah, on the legal standpoint, what I did was a crime. I know I'm not dumb. But, you know, morally speaking, if we're comparing me to the rest of you, including you, Shinku, there's a bit of a gap between us, don't you think? What? Hey, whose side are you on here? Jeez. Point is, I can help you here. Whatever comes your way, I'll help you through it. No good's gonna come from letting you suffer through it alone, no matter what you do. The falling star of the show. I mean, isn't that what you're doing to Alora? Well, you know, you have to take the first step yourself. I think it's different with her. Oh my god, we're going back to this again. I don't think I should have to be the one to help her after everything, that's for sure, not after what she did. But even putting that all aside, until she takes off that earpiece, I don't think anyone should give her the light of day. But I don't think she is going to take it off until someone gives her a chance again. After everything she's done, she should be the one who takes the first step here, don't you think? Jeez, you're more willing to give her a chance than me. That's not what it's about, Asuka. Let's just focus on you now, okay? Let's make sure your crime comes out. When your crime comes out, you're not in her position. I think considering everyone's views of me, I might well be on the track to ending up just like her. Don't just give up like that. But listen, even if I don't agree with a lot of stuff you say, Shinku, I want you to be okay, that's for sure. And while the very fact I'm in this prison with everyone else is unfair, the good news is that I got worthy. I can still help people. Even if the world has tried to push me down till now, I can still get up and keep moving. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think that's a good idea with your wound. Stop making excuses for me and yourself and focus on the future ahead. If you spend so much time hesitating and dreading what the future could be like, you'll forget to act and make the best it can be. If you can't see that now, I'll help you see it. I'll help everyone here. Hey, maybe don't rush into things. I know everything has been a lot for you these past few weeks, and I spent ages hesitating, comfortably balancing on the tightrope. It's time for me to jump off and actually do something. I really do think there's a reason that someone as innocent as me got thrown in this situation, especially since I wasn't originally meant to be here. Huh, it really feels like they're putting themselves above everyone else here. I can't see this ending well. If no one else can, I'll be the one to save everyone. I'll help everyone this time, even those who deserve corrupt. So, whenever you need it, I'll be here, arms outstretched. No matter what you've done, you can take my hand and I'll help you. Thanks. No need to thank me. It's just what a big sib should do after all. There's no point in being all noble and heroic if it's just for your own gain. I want to help out everyone here I can. So unless you've done something actually, like, you know, literally horrible and irredeemable, if you're willing to take my hand, if you just trust in me, I can help you get back on track. I can save you from whatever happens. I promise that I'll always protect you and everyone else is willing to place that trust in me. When you say things like that, it sounds like you're also not a criminal like the rest of us. I think sometimes they lump people who just want to do good in with criminals, just to demonize anyone who dares challenge the status quo. We can break it together, I'm sure. Right. Honestly, it was a bit concerning how little Asuka acknowledged their actual actions or the weight of their crime. It made me apprehensive. Asuka's warmth was tempting. Maybe it would just be easier to just take their hand and feed their delusions and slowly absolve myself of any wrong under the guise of good intentions. But I had to remind myself that in the end, Asuka was here for a reason. They were just as bad as the rest of us. The blind leading the blind. Yup. Asuka, you scam charities. Hello, Emmy. How's my favorite warden doing today? Fuck off, Wang. You're the last person I want to deal with today. Oh, come on. You know you secretly love me. I'd love for you to lay off the booze you reek. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm sure it's 8 p.m. somewhere. Besides, what's the harm in a little something to take the edge off? I hope it does harm to take you out, quite frankly. You and me both. Okay. Hey kid, how are the cameras looking today? Why should I know? I turned them off. You know you'll get in trouble if you do that. Why the hell would you do that? Even she's the type of person I can't help but resent. Type who turn their back on their principles and jump the fence when the grass looked greener. Didn't want to see her like that. Yeah, me neither. But you know, you're never gonna know if she's okay or not unless you push them on. I prefer not knowing. If someone's dead, then I can keep them alive a little longer by not knowing. As long as there's a chance they're alive, then they're still alive to you, even if they aren't. No, that's not how that works, kid. Oh well, you're lost. I was just curious if anything. Curious or concerned? Who cares? Don't tell me you somehow see her as your daughter, too. Nah, I'm done with that. I don't know. I guess I saw her as a younger version of me, someone before all my mistakes. Guess I sort of hoped she wouldn't make the same choices I did. She's definitely made choices. Good ones. They're hers, and I think that's what counts. Well, no matter what, I'll be rooting for her. Call me biased, but I think she'll find a way. She's got to. You're a terrible host. You're not exactly Employee of the Month, either. Guess they're gonna have to vote us both corrupt. Wait. Is Amelia up for voting as well? Well, you know, it's never too late to turn things around. Look in a mirror and try saying that with a straight face. You'll get it eventually. I braced myself for another awkward group dinner. I was just hoping that when everyone finally got to see Lyra again, they'd calm down a little. Admittedly, I was pretty worried about her. I hope she was okay. But as I arrived a little early, I was surprised to see someone else there, sitting by the oven, waiting for dinner to be done, drinking a cup of tea. Hey. It won't be ready for a little bit. Right, of course, no rush. I knew nothing would happen if we stayed in this uncomfortable limbo forever. I needed to make things right. Silent! Hey, welcome back. It's burning hot outside? Oh no. I hope you had sunscreen or whatever to make yourself safe from, from any skin getting hurt, damaged, stuffness. That wouldn't happen unless I made the first step. Hey. I don't expect you to forgive me, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. Do you think we could talk? Ismay let out a sigh, looking at me for an uncomfortably long period of time. I wanted to crawl back into my own skin, but I stood my ground. I knew I had to do this. And to my surprise, let me get you some tea. Alora just dropped off the water for it. The two of us sat together quietly, not saying a word. There was a heavy atmosphere in the air as we sat down with our cooling tea. Eventually, I drummed up the courage to speak. Aww.
So, how have things been with you recently?
Fine.
I've just been keeping to myself quite a bit.
Same here, honestly. I know it sounds a little strange, but even if Asuka was a little controlling, it felt nice to be a part of something again.
I agree.
Slow down.
It just
Molly
feels
music.
so weird to be surrounded by so many people and still feel so distant from all of them.
Admittedly, I've been partially distancing myself on purpose.
Huh?
It's not that I haven't had the chance. After everything happened, Chantel was weirdly understanding of all people. This whole time I thought I knew what was best for her, but it seems I was the fool this whole time. I think she was far wiser than I ever
Those
gave her
are
credit
same.
for. We talked after I destroyed the other pin. I felt foolish. I felt like no matter what I did, I'd just cycle back to the same behaviors, the same pain over and over. And she showed me her arms. They were filled with the past. A sky filled with constellations made of puncture wounds. But she was on a lower dose, and certainly not taking anything she'd need to inject at that stage. And we talked and I realized, of course they weren't going to heal immediately. Even if you stop doing something, it's going to take a while before the scars go away. You might even make some more scars along the way. But that doesn't mean you're not doing better. That you're not healing. Even if it takes months or years for the scars to fade. And I suppose I realized how childish
wrote a
and
short scene of
arrogant
them
and
talking on
reckless I
Build Up.
thought
Oh,
she'd
really?
been this whole
Aw.
time. I'd been far more ignorant and immature than she ever was.
I've been thinking similarly about my own perceptions of things lately.
Growing up, I always put myself above others. Perhaps some saw it as arrogance. But at the end of the day, I was just using it to push others away. I always felt different from others. Abnormal. I just seemed to see things differently to others. No matter what I did, I was scared of people seeing how abnormal I really was. So I childishly used my arrogance to push others away. So they'd never find it out, and I never really grew out of doing that. I've been a fool this whole time.
A fool?
I've spent a lot of time feeling foolish these days. About my ultimate talent, about my social status, about getting on my high horse about my verdict. But at the end of the day, what did any of it really mean? Despite how independent I've always believed I was. No matter where I seem to go, I seek validation in something external. Validation for my intelligence from my teachers, for my perceived superiority from my talent. Validation through the audience, by reaffirming their judgments. To try to justify my own actions and their forgiveness of them. But it's ridiculous to perpetrate harm just because some audience arbitrarily decided someone was
tired
worth
Shinki
one
looks in
thing
this.
or another. And Asuka and Eliza's behavior have demonstrated to me just how harmful it can really be. Both to yourself and others. I thought I'd be more stressed if I stopped cracking down on the verdicts. That the value I was clinging to would slip away. But I feel more content now than anything.
I just think it's a little funny it took Ezekiel getting worthy for you to stop properly listening to them.
Damn.
I was beginning to think about it long before that. But I'll admit, it was partly the final nail in the coffin. Well, that or seeing how much my actions impacted Molly and Takiko. It's undeniable I had a hand in what happened. I couldn't keep going after knowing I contributed to how they were treated. I pray they'll never forgive me for what I did.
This means like everyone else got
I
a bunch of
certainly
growth.
don't
Like I
deserve
want to
it.
too before this chapter ends.
But either way,
I feel like
it's
Ismene
more
saves
complex than just worthy or corrupt.
What do you mean?
There's so many layers to all of us, to everything that drives our actions. I don't believe I could ever even start to unravel even my own. But it isn't as simple as saying someone is justified or not. It's not
It's somewhere in the gray.
exactly.
I just can't believe it took me so long to see it.
It's a little shameful, but I believe what's important is that we did see it in
You
the
go
end.
with help narrative forever. Yeah.
And I think when you approach things with more understanding, life becomes a lot less confusing. Which is funny, really.
Yeah. You know what?
Because for all
Cool.
intents
Can
and
you pause the
purposes,
narrative
it
a
should
little
make
bit
life
more?
more
Like, come on.
complicated. I won't ask what happened between you and your sister. Perhaps I should be more enraged by it, but I don't want to be a hypocrite after what I pushed Molly into attempting. I just hope you're alright.
I think about her a lot.
Me too. I really should be able to bring myself to hate her after learning the truth of the suicide pact, but I cannot. It's strange.
Same here. I like to think she grew in the time we knew her.
She almost certainly did. In spite of everything I did. In that way, she's
Probably won't his
stronger than
crimes
I've
revealed.
ever
Oh,
been.
you know what? Yeah. I'll be
Stronger than
patient.
both of us, really.
I just wish she lived long enough to talk to us about it.
Hallucinations are cool. Hallucinations are cool. You can have it next
I've missed
chapter.
you so much.
Oh, wait, their friendship. Their friendships is reigniting.
I've missed you too.
Friend?
I'm so sorry for
Friend?
breaking your trust. You really don't have to forgive me. Don't feel like you have to say it if you don't miss me.
But I do mean it. It's strange, honestly. As a child,
so
I
sweet,
learned what
right?
was socially acceptable and what was not. I crafted myself rules to follow, things to say. I crafted the perfect socially acceptable effigy to present to those who were
Cured of
pushed away
corrupt?
by
No!
my immature arrogance. I learned the right way to smile
I
slightly,
don't
to
play
nod my head,
the Killing Games
to greet
games.
professors. The question you asked when you first
Everyone
met
gets voted
someone.
worthy no matter what.
The right tone to use at dinner
Even
parties.
Chunky.
The ways to seem polite. The ways to seem mature compared to other children. I learned how to say, I love you to my fiancé. Even when I did not believe or understand what loving really was. When my perception of it were crafted from epics and poems. But these days, I find it a lot harder to do such things. I suppose now I feel the weight behind them. It would
CG's
seem to
beautiful?
feel
Yeah,
like
I love
rain.
it. I love it so much.
And even when I was hurting, even when I felt so betrayed, I could not bring myself to say that I hated you. I couldn't quite understand why. I really am quite a mystery, even to myself.
I don't think we can ever really understand one another. But I think trying to, despite that, is what makes our connections with others mean so much.
I suppose you're right.
I think someone's getting murdered right now.
So, do you maybe want to start talking again?
Please. I can only take so much of the others. Any longer and I might have gone insane.
It's good to have you back, Iz.
I never thought I'd admit it out loud. But I'm glad to have you back too.
Ismene smiled at me and put her lips in to sip some more of her tea. But as she did— No! 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 Shinku, you really are the most cursed human being possible. She almost immediately started coughing.
Iz, are you okay?
Her skin seems to be going red and she appeared to be swelling up a bit.
Oh, Rave!
I rushed over to her and tried to pat her on the back in case she was choking, but up close I started to realize what it was.
I'll be back in a second, Iz. Just try to stay calm. I'm going to help. Just stay there.
I felt terrible leaving Ismene there, and quite frankly I was terrified, but I wasn't going to let her down this time. I wasn't going to let her die. We're really doing Molly 2.0? Lockdown fell off, what? I raced down to the medicine storage and almost immediately started looking around for EpiPens. I found the box, but... Huh? They're all... broken? I felt my mouth go dry. There was no way. I had to do something, I knew that, but what could I do? Alora! No, I'm not giving up this time. I kept rummaging through the box, my heart racing and my vision blurring as I tried my best to find a single one that wasn't broken. There had to be one in there, somewhere. I felt my fingers get cut on the edges of the scattered shards of the broken EpiPens, but I didn't care. Ismene was far more important right now. If anything, at least them being broken confirmed to me this was likely what I thought it was. Someone set this up. Someone tried to kill her. And more importantly, it was likely an allergic reaction. And despite all the odds, there was one lone unbroken EpiPen that slipped at the back of one of the drawers. I grabbed it before I could fully process what it was and ran back to the canteen. I prayed I wasn't too late already. When I entered, she was on the ground. I raced over to her and immediately prepped the EpiPen. I used it on her and... Come on, please! Okay. You know that I feel like really lightheaded all of a sudden. My relief was immeasurable. As slowly but surely, Ismene regained consciousness and her symptoms lessened.
Oh, thank God.
Ismene looked up at me bleary-eyed.
Your hand, it's bleeding.
Your face was red.
That doesn't matter. I don't matter right now. Are you okay?
You saved me.
Duh.
I'm keeping our promise of getting through this together, pins or not.
You really are a fool.
Did she do that to herself? Ismene smiled at me and she slowly took some steady breaths, slowly going back to normal. That was a peanut reaction, right? I assume so, but I haven't eaten since lunch. Wait. Ismene stumbled to her feet, picking up the teapot cautiously. She kept it away from her. Shinku, can you smell the rim for me? Yeah, sure. I did, and immediately my heart dropped to my chest. It's peanut oil. Oh, the thing we were talking about earlier. Did someone try to... Because she mentioned it. I quickly checked the teapot and the other teacup, and lo and behold, someone had red peanut oil on the insides of all of them. That's... Unfortunately, before we could question it further, the others started to filter in for dinner. Is everything ready yet? 1 second. Shinku, come help me get everything out of the oven. Yeah, of course. Ismene looked at me, shuffling over to the kitchen area and lowering her voice to a whisper as she opened the oven. Don't tell anyone. They're bound to try again. We'll catch them in the act tomorrow. I don't know, Ismene. I think we should tell the others. It's worrying. I don't want you to get hurt. Someone's trying to kill you. I'll be careful. I promise. I won't die on you. I need to uphold my half of the promise as well, after all. Okay. I couldn't say how I felt great about hiding and potentially endangering Ismene. Someone's really trying to kill her, but I want to trust Ismene despite everything. She put her trust in me even when I didn't deserve it, so she deserved mine. So I stayed quiet about it as we all settled down for another tense dinner. I miss Lara. Bring her back. Oh. Conversation seemed fairly limited as we all ate our frankly quite sad and limited portions. Not to mention the water tasted a little funny. People seemed to perk up a little when Alora stood up. Shadow Despair, hi! Alright, I'm going to go to Lyra's cell, drop off some dinner for her. If someone wishes to accompany me to verify she's alright, and potentially questioned in here, they're more than welcome. But for all intents and purposes, I prefer a smaller group to ensure she doesn't get too much of a window to escape when the door is open. Is she not already restrained? By the hands, yeah, but doesn't exactly stop her from using her feet, especially not someone as determined as her. Precisely. So I'd rather only 1 or 2 of the others come with me. Cersei, Kusuke, would you accompany me? Huh? What the hell? What I mean, Asu? We're the ones who probably be able to get something out of her. You're also most likely to try to let her escape. I'd rather not take that risk. Come on, we won't. We just want to help here. Can't you take one of us, and then one of the other 2? So at least one of us can check on her. I'm not prepared to take that risk. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm seeing her whether you like it or not. You can't do anything to make me stay in this room. If you're leaving to give her food, then I'm coming with. We'll just all go together. Sure gives her more of an opportunity to escape, but more people wouldn't be able to restrain her if she tries. Do you seriously believe I think most of you would even try to restrain her if she escaped? Well, I mean, if she's still handcuffed, I don't think she's going very far. Even if she does slip out. I hate to agree with Fu, but it might be best if we all go. I know I'm not as close to her as the others, but I'm still worried about her. Fine. Fine. Just promise you'll all be responsible and careful. And do leave if she asks. If we're going to get any information out of her, it's not going to be when all of us are there. I will not be afraid to punish any failures to comply or act appropriately here. There's too much at risk, and I do not wish to lose anyone. As long as I can see she's okay, I don't care what the conditions are. All that matters to me right now is her. Way more than anything to do with my life. Alora paused for a moment, looking at Ezekiel for a prolonged amount of time before letting out a sigh and picking up Lyra's dinner tray. Very well. Let's get going. Alora didn't say another word as she left the canteen and let us all tentatively follow her, exchanging nervous glances between us. The walk down to the cell block, despite being rather short, felt like it took hours, but eventually we arrived. Kutsuki, you take the tray. I need to unlock the door. Alright. If she tries to run out, please try to make sure she doesn't get very far. I don't want anyone else getting hurt. I feel like the only person she'll hurt doing that is herself. That feels ominous? Yeah. Still, better safe than sorry. Alright. Chatel, we're coming in. Just letting you know now, everyone is here. Do not be alarmed. We're not here to hurt you. Alora unlocked the door and opened it quickly, presumably to not give Lyra too much notice so she could sneak out. But as she did, something very different came out the door instead.
Shit! Watch out!
It's gonna go boom? Before we knew it, there was a large, warm, unavoidable flash of light. Boom? Oh, we all died. Another tape? Dear goodness. Please make your case for the jury.
I did it.
Why?
I needed to.
A want or a need?
It's one and the same for me, isn't it? The lines blur, it all blurs. I don't know what I just want.
This game sure lets take us out moments, don't they?
live.
Affection? Warmth?
I just didn't want to be alone.
But did you ever really stop being lonely?
Does anyone?
Did sleeping with others fill that hole?
Maybe. I don't know. I always just felt worse afterwards. Grown up, but worse. I just assumed that's what being an adult felt like.
It's just about pleasure in the end.
You're wrong. You're wrong! If it was just about that, then why would I feel so shitty afterwards?
Brief comforts make you feel better in the moment.
I think it's the opposite. I wanted to feel awful.
I felt like only my looks were valued. My value was all in my body.
If I could sully it, if I could make it disgusting, if I could become undesirable, then maybe whatever value I had under that, people would finally see. I wanted to be seen properly. I wanted...
The love of others.
Is that such a crime?
You stole it in excess.
I just wanted something real for once. I needed...
Because you hate yourself.
Is that it? No, that's not... It's not that. I needed something to fill that hole in me, to stop feeling so unfulfilled all the time. Nothing felt like it meant anything. Nothing felt meaningful, nothing felt real, nothing felt...
Did you still feel alone in Zeke's arms?
No, but I hardly felt better either. I definitely didn't feel stronger. I always felt degraded when they ended up running into the arms of that stupid guy. I feel filthy. But is it so wrong to accept his kindness? To want to be cared about?
Was that love?
I think so. But it wasn't what I'd felt before. It wasn't what I'd been searching for. It was overwhelming. Him and Asu. After a life of not caring, of a life trying to disconnect, it was everywhere. It flooded every part of me. I somehow both couldn't connect and felt like we were all one and the same. It felt real. It felt like I suddenly had something I cared about more than anything in the world. It felt like I finally had a reason.
Lyra?
It felt right.
Who are you?
But I had to kill her.
Did you?
You'd have done it too. I had to kill her. It was the only way forward. You didn't know anything about her. You can't suddenly decide you missed someone you never even knew. That's stupid. She had to be destroyed. A caterpillar cannot stay a caterpillar forever.
But she was still stuck.
Yes, I know. She thought she could fly, but she was stuck in that cocoon.
We're back to the sylph moss again.
She thought she'd changed anything by killing the caterpillar and birthing that cocoon, but she really hadn't. At the end of the day, she was just playing the role someone else wanted her to be again. She was never, ever really her.
We have so many people
that
comparing
was.
themselves with the transformation of... Wait, what was this chapter like? Sounds like metamorphosis or something? Incessant social addiction.
That's why she had to die again. The cocoon had to die. It had to hatch.
But then you would see what it was.
I don't care! No matter what it is, ugly or not, we needed that change. She needed to die! I had to kill her again.
What remains?
Something better.
Mutual metamorphosis. Thank you, thank you. A butterfly?
I don't think so.
A moth? A moth?
It's always black and white with you, isn't it? Only she can decide what she is now she's hatched.
And if it's ugly?
At least she's flying free. At least she's finally living. There's no freedom to be found in death. Only living every day to the fullest with the choices you've made.
You really are two sides of the same coin. The feed is down. Admin's hello. The stream is down. Do something. Alora had managed to slam the door shut briefly after the explosion, in a vain attempt to conceal it, but eventually it blasted open the door and the rest of us were knocked back. I didn't know if we were knocked unconscious, but my memory was fuzzy. Everything felt strange, and if we were unconscious, then someone could have murdered somebody. And when the dust had settled, I could think clearly once more. No words escaped my mouth. I was stunned. All I could hear fading in and out was Ezekiel.
Hey. Hey. No. No, 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 you're not. You can't. You can't be. I'm not letting you die before someone like me. No. Hey. Hey.
Charred and scruffy from the explosion, I looked up to see him stumbling to his knees. And the next thing I saw was him clawing the door open. Is it Lyra in his arms? And promptly wishing he kept it shut. Okay. I guess we knew this was coming, but... Is this gonna be bad? Oh, Jesus! Yeah. Yeah, bad. Oh, we went back to it? I couldn't even tune into the incoherent cacophony of emotions around me as I saw her like that. Into Ezekiel grabbing her charred body in his arms and praying for some kind of miracle. Holding onto her like that, she was the only thing that could save him. All I knew was, like it or not, things were going to change. It's horrible, that's horrible. And this felt very, very wrong. I just hoped that somehow, in some way, she had gotten a chance to fly before it happened. That's horrific. That's indeed, yeah, I mean, like, a good job artist, but also a dear God artist. What is happening in that background?
He's quite something, isn't he?
What do you mean?
It feels like whenever I
Also,
do see
Mint?
him on campus,
Mint?
he's doing something a little, well,
Hi, Mint.
how do I put it?
Completely and utterly insane.
Well, I was going to be more polite than that, but yes. It all feels a little self-destructive. Goodness, he does give me secondhand stress.
See, the more crazy shit he does, the more fame he gets, the more eyes on him, and the higher the bar is. It all feeds into itself. If you think this is stressful, then I think you'll get a heart attack seeing whatever the hell he'll be doing in a few years.
If he makes it that long.
True. Wanna place bets on how long he's got left?
No, let's not be too inappropriate.
Boo-hoo, prude.
I missed Mint.
He does concern me. It's as if he's stuck in a loop.
You got here one stream, I logged in.
A loop.
I tried.
Huh? Well, I mean, we can't really judge him ourselves, can we?
I feel like I went on less
At the end of
tangents
the
than I usually
day,
do.
we're not much different from him. Both of us are doing the exact same thing as he is, we're just less obvious about it.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't play dumb, Mint.
We're stuck in our own loops. It's funny, really, because even if you're aware
Maybe
of
we're
it,
not good.
it's like we can't help but feed into it.
Well, perhaps we are now. But it's not like we cannot change one day. It's not as if it's just part of our nature.
How do we investigate this at all?
But at the end of the day, it's up to us to make that decision.
So who do I think
to
did
step
it?
out of things and embrace the life outside of it.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Even if
I'm
it's
worried that
unfamiliar.
whatever Zeke put into the vents in Shinku's room may have accidentally started this. And I think it's gonna hurt him knowing that he accidentally killed Lyra.
Only we can choose that for ourselves, huh?
Because I think he fucked up the fans.
You really make no sense to
there.
me, Mint.
I don't know why it would explode like that.
Really now? If anything.
But until investigation, I don't really know.
I think I make a little bit too much sense for your liking.
But we also mentioned that that all water was gasoline in the in 1 FTE. We mentioned that the water and the hydrants were gasoline. We mentioned there was a flint there also. Finish the stream with a bang. Oh my god, wait, didn't someone say that earlier? Jeez. In the club, we have no fucking idea about this case either. Right? Right? Like, what am I supposed to even guess at this point? Everyone was there. I don't know what opening the door could have done. So maybe... Okay, so... We were mentioning about the rocks being shoved into the door handles, right? So I'm guessing we had the flints as well. The flint to start the fire. So something with the flint, something with the easily accessible gasoline, the water being shut off. Something with Zeke putting down the bobby pins, I think, through the vents. And Chiku saying like, oh, there's a weird white noise coming from that instead now. These are all the pieces again, I have pieces of what happened throughout the chapter that I'm gonna absolutely forget by the time the chapter Deadly Life gets released. But I don't really know how to put it all together yet. She doesn't look too burned for an explosion though. I mean, that also could be the artist, you know, being very kind to us. Okay? Like, they could have made it look absolutely more gross and they're probably like, don't worry about that. We're not gonna go all gore. Rio, yeah, we just got to the body and yeah. The other creators will kill off Ezekiel. It has to be Ismene? Your thoughts if it was a bomb trap which blazed the room with the fire? I was your favorite girl. No, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Clips and Spark's friend and everyone who loves Lyra. Like, it was definitely one of the trio. We knew that was potentially, and then Ismene had to give me that freak out, complete, absolutely, you know, terrified of what was going on there. And of course, I'm always worried. Again, like, it's horrible to think I have to constantly keep thinking of, is accidents happening alibis or creating alibis, stuff like that. You're 100%, you're 99% Ismene is a survivor at this point. I hope so. With that cute, like, cutscene we had with them being friends again, like, I really want Shinku to not curse a friend and just have a friend. It'd be night. If it's not Ismene, game, you've completely lost you. If it's not Ismene, you just want to fight the killer now. Also, another bloodless BDA. Not a single bloody BDA inside. Well, because the blood evaporated. Like, there may have been, but there's no more blood. Or just, you know, or I don't want to go too much into like autopsying the body there. Cool. I'm gonna go watch some cartoons before I go to sleep tonight, that's for sure. What's something stupid and cheerful that has no drama? Was everyone's favorites just dying today? So I noticed a pat. I mean, there's just too many likable characters in this game. There's just too many of them. You can barely recognize her face, yeah. You thought that Lara turned into Allura? Because both have the same eye color? Oh, okay. It's gonna be a protagonist death? So obviously it won't be the first time a trio had a protagonist and it get killed off. The thing is, I just can't see anyone else taking over for Shinku. I feel like the story revolves so much around Shinku and Akari and Shinku's crime that we haven't had revealed yet because it's not Akari's situation yet. So I don't really feel Shinku's gonna die yet, and if he does die, it could be at the end. Make sure to check your predictions of lockdown in the Discord. You said Ismene kills Lyra in chapter. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me see what I had put for my. I forgot. Let me check that real quick. What did I put for my thing? My guess. Oops, nope, that's old guess. New guess. Boink, and... Oh right, I forgot my chapter 3. I'm already oh no, god damn it! I cursed Lyra in the survivor category. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I real wrong. I'm so wrong. Oh no. Well, there goes half my survivors. Basically, my thing was like, hey Zeke, do you want... I really believed most of your people would survive, but I guess not. We're probably gonna, this story be finished chapter 4. The final chapter they're gonna switch to Asuka during the 4th trial. Do you think Allura's on... yeah, I need Shinku to not die, so I at least have one survivor, because I don't think Allura's making it past... I think even if Allura did not kill Lyra, I don't think she's gonna survive. I think she's definitely gonna get her... She's gonna get targeted or killed immediately, like right after this. But yeah, so this stream went on well. Sorry, thank you for, you did this to her with my I'm worse than Shinku at this point. You know what? Oh no. Oh no, I'm Shinku. No, thank you. I don't want to be Shinku. It's like, oh my god, you're right. Because immediately I'm like, man, I sure do love Taka and Dracul and Mint. And I mean, I did say Asuka too. Asuka's hanging on by a thread here. It was an awesome stream. Good, I'm glad y'all had fun. So next Tuesday, cancel me. No, don't cancel me. You're gonna cry tonight? Yeah, that's what I said. I need to watch something silly and fun and I don't know. What is it? What's the dancing fruit thing for babies? I'll probably watch that. Oh, I forgot what I was supposed to say now. What is... Oh, I forgot what it's called. The side... not after hours. Visiting hours? The other Antebellum stuff? That'll probably be next Tuesday. But there will not be a stream next Friday. I have to work another like 10-11 hour shift on next Friday. And I don't think I'll be making it home in time that night. So, but I do, so next Tuesday, visiting hour, I'll start visiting hours. And then the week after, visiting hours, yeah. I don't know how long visiting hours is, but the week after, more visiting hours on the Tuesday. I'll move visiting hours to Tuesday and Survivors Guild on Fridays. And I think that'll be the schedule for... That's news to you. yeah, because I had to figure out the schedule. If I wanted to do visiting hours or actually, I guess I can pull it, see what you guys prefer. Top fans, thank you. If you guys want me to do visiting hours on Fridays or want me to do... Oh, visiting hours came out, no one told you. No, I think I would prefer keeping Fangan Fridays to full Fangans. So yeah, Survivors Guild's gonna be on Fridays, and visiting hours will be on Tuesdays. Alright, Tuck fans, let's pay y'all out. Number 1 is Rainbow. Rainbow, let's go ahead and get you your 1,000 mana coins. Ba ba ba. Rainbow, you are somewhere in here. Yep, silent. There you go. Where are you? I mean, that's a. Rainbow boy, where is your character? There you are. Got you. Alright, bringing you to 10,000. Nice, nice. Davi, second place. Let's get you 500. Got you. And third, Alicia. Let's get you 250. Alicia. Where are you? There you are. And then because Gally doesn't have pop up on what do you call it? And I still want to give Gally some mana coins for the gift subs. And thank you again, Gally. I appreciate. I know you're probably back to sleep again, but thank you so much. We're gonna be 1,000 mana coins for that. You're so close. Oh, Visiting Hours is not out yet? Oh, wait, I thought it was. Oops. Well, my bad. I will figure out something. It's been a while since we had a poll. Yeah, okay, then, I was like, I know I want to do a poll. I want to do a poll after that, but I guess. Yeah, Visiting Hours isn't out yet. I guess I can do. Yeah. You're a little confused. Sorry. I really thought it was out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so far behind in everything. I'll figure that out Sunday. Watch out for Sunday for the posts, and if I'm gonna do a poll, I'll do a poll for Tuesday's streams and see if, like, I mean, again, I'm assuming Isekai Rampa is gonna win, but I will put up the other popular ones. So I know Isekai Rampa, 10 minutes, something I can't pronounce was like another one, but yeah, I'll do a round of other ones too. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't have nightmares. Go go to something nice and, you know, feel better soon. I'm saying basically to myself because I'm like, Alright. Thank you all. Bye.